Chapter 1. Blue Star. 500 years in the new calendar. Higurashi City. It was early September, and the autumn air was crisp. The central square of Higurashi Academy is already crowded with people. Looking around, most of them are young and energetic boys and girls. Suyi was also among them, listening to a Mediterranean teacher who looked very knowledgeable on the podium. Students, today is the coming of age ceremony held by our college for you. It is also the day for you to realize the power of the stars and awaken your powers. I hope you can all awaken your own powers and grow into a powerful person with powers. Teacher Mediterranean's words made everyone excited and nervous. Superpowers are their only hope for survival in the chaotic and ruined apocalypse. Only by awakening their powers can their lives have a future. If you are unable to awaken your superpowers, or if you awaken with rubbish superpowers, you are destined to become cannon fodder, a tool for human reproduction. I'm so nervous. Do you think we can awaken useful combat abilities? Don't pull me, I'm nervous too. Damn, why are my legs so weak? Tisk tisk, couldn't it be that you did too many happy things last night? Roll. The crowd murmured, feeling terrified about their upcoming fate. Lao Su, are you nervous? A short, thin, dark-skinned man in front turned around and asked. Zhang Li, Su Yi's friend. Su Yi shrugged, I'm not nervous. What should I be nervous about? He didn't think he had any hope of awakening any amazing powers, because he had traveled through time. In his previous life, he was an ordinary social beast, and even after traveling through time for more than 10 years, he did not show any aura as a protagonist. His passion has long been worn away and he has no expectations. Aren't you afraid of awakening useless powers? Zhang Li asked curiously. Although everyone can awaken powers, not everyone's awakened powers are useful. In the annual awakening ceremony, only about 1/3 of the people awakened with combat abilities. The rest are all kinds of useless abilities. If it's useless, it's useless. Why do we have to awaken useful powers? Su Yi asked. This confused Zhang Luan, but he just thought about it for a moment and replied, if we can't have powerful combat abilities, then we won't be able to survive. Only by becoming a combat superpower can you have the ability to protect yourself in this dilapidated apocalypse. This is the consensus. No, we should have a big personality and not stick to the rules of worldly affairs. Su Yi patted Zhang Li on the shoulder, do you know the largest white dragon club in the upper civilian area of Higurashi City? Zhang Li nodded, I know, but that's a place where all the rich people in Higurashi City can go, right? I only saw it once from a distance, but never went in. As long as you know. I have been learning massage techniques for 2.5 years. If I can't awaken useful combat powers this time, I will apply for a job at the White Dragon Club. I heard that they are recruiting male technicians recently, and they need to be handsome and good at work. I meet both of these requirements. When I am taken care of by the rich woman there, I will not forget you. Su Yi's expression was so serious that Zhang Li was stunned for a moment. He didn't understand it very well, but inexplicably felt that Su Yi's goal was great. Well, I believe you can do it, Lao Su. The awakening ceremony officially begins. The first one, Zhang San. Following the shouts of the teacher on the field, the little fat man who was first in line trembled nervously, then cheered himself up and walked onto the stage. Just put your hands on this planet. The teacher guided Zhang San and put his hands on a fist-sized crystal ball with a star pattern on the stage. The next moment, the planet flashed with bright starlight, causing a starfall reaction, shrouding Zhang San, 2 stars, animal transformation type, chicken. Not bad. The teacher nodded with satisfaction. Star rating is the standard for judging whether the power level is good or not. 1 star is the lowest, and upwards are 2 stars, 3 stars, and so on. Most people have 2 or 3 star abilities, and abilities that can reach 4-star levels are considered very powerful. Beast transformation is a very common combat ability. Although it has no special characteristics, it is at least a serious combat ability. Yet, the little fat boy was filled with joy, and all his inner nervousness turned into excitement at the moment. Next, Li Si. 1 star, Department of Agriculture. Next, Wang Wu. 1 star, Livestock Department. Next. The awakening ceremony is proceeding in an orderly manner. Those who successfully awakened their combat abilities were all very happy. As for those who had awakened special abilities such as agriculture, livestock, and forestry, after hearing their own results, they stumbled down like wilted eggplants. Some people even fainted on the spot. Fortunately, the college was very considerate and had people on standby to carry away anyone who fainted. Next, Zhang Li. Soon it was Zhang Li's turn. Old Zhang, come on. Su Yi gave him some symbolic encouragement. Zhang Li nodded, stepped onto the stage resolutely, and placed his palm on the planet. The next moment, the stars lit up, 3 stars, elemental, water. Upon hearing this result, Zhang Li's face suddenly showed ecstasy. Yet, elemental abilities are also very common combat abilities, with very high upper and lower limits. Next, Su Yi. Next is Su Yi. Come on, Lao Su. Zhang Li stood in the team that had successfully awakened their superpowers and clenched his fist to encourage Su Yi. Su Yi strode onto the stage and placed his palm on the planet. The next moment, a brilliant white light lit up, illuminating the entire square and attracting the attention of countless people. Such a strong reaction to the falling star, is it going to awaken a legendary supernatural power? It's possible. This is also the first time I've seen such a strong reaction to a falling star. For a moment, everyone looked over. The greater the starfall reaction, the stronger the awakened ability. Su Yi's starfalling reaction was the biggest so far. Even the wise teacher Mediterranean was full of anticipation. Then, the results. Su Yi has no special abilities. Seeing this result, teacher Mediterranean was stunned. The crowd in the audience was also stunned for a moment, and then burst into laughter. Hahaha. What did I see? No superpowers. My goodness, how many years has it been since there has been a useless person without superpowers? I suddenly feel like my livestock department isn't so bad after all. Tisk, 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 that's tragic. Without superpowers, it means he will never become a superpower user in his lifetime. That may not be the case. Haven't there been people without supernatural powers before? In the end, that senior relied on his powerful physical skills to become a powerful person. Taijutsu? Who still practices Taijutsu in this era? The crowd's laughter surrounded Su Yi. Although he was mentally prepared, he didn't expect the result to be so tragic. No superpowers at all? This treatment is too damn miserable. Just when Su Yi was confused, a mechanical voice sounded in his mind. Ding. Detected that the host has completed the awakening of superpowers, the system is being activated, Naruto system successfully activated. Detected that the host has no special abilities, successfully activated the 8 Gates of Dunjia. Chapter 2. Wait a euro, what did I hear? Su Yi's already confused mind became even more confused. Naruto system? 8 Gates of Dunjia? A euro, oh my god, a euro, he couldn't help but burst out with an interjection, which frightened the Mediterranean teacher beside him, who thought he was stunned by the shock. Classmate, don't be too sad. Have a good journey. No, just accept the reality. It's okay, I'm not sad at all. Su Yi strode off the stage without any sadness on his face. Others expressed sympathy. Tisk, 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 how pitiful. He doesn't even have any special powers. I don't even know. How will he live without his superpowers? A euro, how tragic. A euro. On the high platform, Mu Kanghai, the principal of Rumu Academy, saw that Su Yi had not awakened his supernatural powers. He touched his bald head and sighed. After so many years, there's another person without superpowers. What a poor kid. The female dean adjusted her gold-rimmed glasses and said, this is indeed a problem. Without superpowers, it means that it will be difficult for him to create value in the future, which would be a shame for our cultivation of him. The college is the core power of the city and controls everything in the city. They don't train students out of obligation, but to train them to become people with special abilities and then work for the academy in Dusk City. But if the superpowers are not awakened, it means that they are of no value to the academy and the city. People like this will basically be placed at the lowest level and have to do hard work for basic survival. Everyone felt pity for Su Yi. Only he himself didn't feel anything at all. Not only did he not feel sad, he even felt a little excited. Why? Su Yi quickly checked the system he had just found. Host, Su Yi, a euro, age 18, a euro, superpower, no superpower, a euro, physical skills, 8 Gates of Dunjia, a euro, physical development level, 50%, a euro, level 1, 1 star. Fortunately, there is a system panel. It means he is not dreaming. God has eyes. He waited for 18 years, and finally the system came. And it's actually the Naruto system. 8 Gates of Dunjia, the pinnacle of physical skills. For Su Yi, who has not awakened his supernatural powers, the 8 Gates of Ninjutsu is indeed the best reward. What is 8 Gates of Dunjia? That is the expression of youthful passion. A real man should practice this kind of physical skills that involve blood, fists, and flesh. No matter what type of psychic you are. Once the 8 Gates of Dunjia are opened, whoever comes will die. Su Yi looked at the information of the 8 Gates of Dunjia carefully again. A euro, 8 Gates, a euro, first door, open, already opened, remove brain restrictions, exert 100% of physical strength, and greatly improve attack and speed. A euro, the second gate, rest gate, not opened, opening condition, physical development level 100%. A euro, the third gate, the gate of life, not opened, opening conditions, physical development level 130%. A euro, the fourth door, a euro, you don't. A euro, trademark T. Need to look at the ones after that, they are all not opened yet. The 8 Gates of Ninjutsu requires extremely strong physical functions to open. With Su Yi's current physical strength, he is only able to open the first gate. If you want to open the second door, the third door, or even all 8 doors, you need to train your body to the extreme. But now that he can open a door, Su Yi is already very satisfied. At least he doesn't have to become a waste just because he hasn't awakened his superpowers. In addition to the most basic 8 gates, Su Yi saw that there was also a system store in the system. He opened it and took a look, and immediately there were all kinds of things listed. A euro body enhancer, can increase physical development by 10%, can be used repeatedly. Price, 1000 energy points. A euro, physical skills, lotus flower, 1000 energy points. Physical skills, lotus flower, 3000 energy points. Physical technique, peacock attack, 5000 energy points. Physical skills, daytime tiger, 10,000 energy points. Physical skills, evening elephant, 50,000 energy points. Ninjutsu, heavy flow, 5,000 energy points. Ninjutsu, lightning abuse level, 5,000 energy points. Ninjutsu, thunder bomb, 5,000 energy points. Ninjutsu, thunder plow, hot knife, 5,000 energy points. Ninjutsu, hell stab, 10,000 energy points. Current host energy point balance, 0 Note, energy points can be obtained by completing system tasks and absorbing star beast cores. Euro. Ninjutsu. Su Yi's heart couldn't help but skip a beat. These ninjutsu are the skills of the real man, the fourth Reikage. Whether it is the power to blow up Susanoo with one punch, or the speed comparable to Flying Thunder God, it is an amazing record. These ninjutsu and the 8 Gates of Ninjutsu are the pinnacle of physical skills. As for who is stronger and who is weaker, it depends on the person. Under the same variable conditions, the upper limit of Taijutsu can compete with the 7th gate of the 8 Gates of Ninjutsu. But if you open the 8th gate of the 8 Gates of Ninjutsu, the Death Gate, that becomes the home ground of the 8 Gates of Ninjutsu. Although those ninjutsu made Su Yi extremely envious. But the cold zero, coupled with the astronomical figures of various commodities, calmed him down all of a sudden. Euro with the host's current balance, he cannot redeem any product. Euro, I know I'm poor, you don't have to remind me. The only thing to be thankful for is that Su Yi does not need to spend contribution points to redeem the 8 gates. As long as his physical strength training reaches the requirements, it can be activated. The awakening ceremony was still going on, but it was gradually coming to an end. This awakening ceremony did not produce any particularly powerful supernatural powers, the highest was only 3 stars. It can only be described as mediocre. Of course, the upper limit did not increase, but the lower limit broke the record of Dusk City in the past 10 years, a useless person with no superpowers appeared. This gave some comfort to the other people who had awakened 1-star abilities. The awakening ceremony was over, and as per convention, Mu Kanghai, the principal of Higurashi Academy, had to go on stage and say a few words. Soon, Mu Kanghai walked onto the stage with a big belly, looked at the crowd below, raised his hand and touched his bald head, and spoke in a loud voice. First of all, congratulations on your successful graduation from our Higurashi Academy and officially becoming a superpower. No matter what abilities you have awakened, whether you are satisfied or not, it has become a foregone conclusion. You must accept it calmly. Starting tomorrow, the Star Reward area will be officially open to you. You can choose to go to the Star Reward area to accept tasks to earn various supernatural materials. I hope you can all become truly strong in the future. Mu Kanghai's words were rhythmic and powerful, and he received warm applause in just a few words. Soon, the crowd dispersed. Some are happy and some are sad. Just as Su Yi was about to leave, Zhang Li found him. Old Su, are you okay? Zhang Li looked worried. Don't worry, even though you haven't awakened any superpowers, I have awakened a 3-star water power. I will definitely protect you in the future. Don't worry, I'm fine. Su Yi smiled, you are just a 3-star water system, and you dare to say that you will protect me? Maybe you will need me to protect you in the future. He wasn't bragging, but if the potential of the 8 Gates of Dunjia were judged by the level of supernatural powers, it would be at least 5-star. If all 8 gates are opened, it will definitely be a star-studded level. Chapter 3. Dusk City is divided into 3 areas, the college area, the upper civilian area, and the civilian area. The Academy District is the absolute power center of Dusk City. It gathers the high-level strongmen of the entire Dusk City and is the absolute authority. The Academy is a platform. As long as they pay money, everyone can enter the Academy, receive basic training on superpowers, and finally complete the awakening of superpowers upon graduation. As for whether it can be awakened and what kind of superpowers can be awakened, the Academy cannot guarantee it. The upper civilian area is the area where the major nobles and big families are located. Their status is second only to the college area. They enjoy superior resources and are also the backbone of Dusk City. Only those who have reached the level of 4-star psychics are eligible to live in the Shangmin district with their families. The civilian area is where all ordinary people of average status live. The conditions here are harsh and resources are limited. It is the most concentrated manifestation of the Doomsday world. Su Yi's family was average, and he lived in a civilian area. After saying goodbye to Zhang Li, he walked towards the civilian area. The huge street was lined with all kinds of small stalls on both sides, and it was very messy. The bumpy road was full of mud and puddles, splashing everywhere with the hurried footsteps of pedestrians. After walking through the alley, they came to a simple mud brick house. Su Yi pushed the door open and shouted, "Dad, I'm back." Inside the house, a middle-aged man in security uniform was startled. He quickly hid the book in his hand in his clothes and smiled. "My dear son, why are you back so early? Why, what are you afraid of? It's not like I haven't read your book of 13 spring pictures. You've read it so many times, aren't you tired of it?" Su Yi gave him a contemptuous look. "This is called classics that never go out of style. What do you know, little brat?" Su Shangping's eyes widened immediately and he tried his best to refute. Yes, you understand best." Su Yi didn't argue with him. This old man likes to watch this kind of thing. By the way, isn't today the day you awaken your superpower? What was the result? What superpower did you awaken? Was it a 5-star galaxy superpower, or a starry sky space superpower? If you can't win an argument on one topic, change the subject. Hearing his question, Su Yi's eyes widened. "Dad, are you making a wish here? Whatever you want, you can have it. Then at worst, there should be one of the following: wind, fire, water, thunder, earth, beast transformation, puppet illusion, or clone spiritual power, right?" "Dad, congratulations, you're totally wrong." Su Shangping opened his eyes wide. "Could it be that you have awakened a life-related supernatural power?" "I almost guessed it right. I failed to awaken my superpowers," Su Yi said. Su Shangping was stunned for a moment, what do you mean by failed to awaken the superpower? You didn't participate in the awakening ceremony? No, I paid the money, but you didn't participate. I participated, and the result of awakening is that I have no superpowers. Su Yi reiterated. Son, are you serious? Su Shangping looked at him. Do you think I'm joking? Su Yi's expression was serious. He really didn't awaken his superpowers. That's it. You are the only son in our Su family for 18 generations. Your mother died early, and I raised you all by myself with all my hard work and sweat. In order to get you into the academy, I worked as a security guard for more than 10 years. I was also hoping that after you awakened your superpowers and became a superpower user, I could also become a fighting CK like a rooster. You unfilial son! How can you face our ancestors? Su Shangping cried and screamed, and those who didn't know would have thought that his 13 spring pictures had been stolen. Alright, you're talking so miserably, isn't it because you're also a useless person? There hasn't been a person with special abilities in my family for 18 generations, so where did I get the genes to become a special ability person? Su Yi said angrily. Glancing at him. Su Shangping is not a person with special abilities, otherwise they would not be living in such a place. What you said seems to make sense. Su Shangping immediately put away his expression and sighed. Alas, maybe there really is no superpower gene in our family. What a pity. My dream of relying on you to turn our family's fortunes around has been shattered. It just so happens that our team is short of people right now. Why don't you come with me to be a security guard? At least you can have food to eat and won't starve to death. Su Shangping is the captain of the security team in the civilian area. He is very powerful, so it is easy for him to arrange Su Yi to work as a security guard. Forget it. I heard that the meals of your security team are all leftovers from the residential area. It would be better for me to work hard and make money on my own. Su Yi had no intention of becoming a security guard. Su Shangping said seriously, you don't even have special abilities, how can you make money? Once you leave the city, you'll be eaten by all kinds of star beasts, right? I have finally become the captain of the security team and can assign positions to people. Why do you want to leave such a good resource like mine, your father, unclaimed? Then can you arrange for me to be a technician in the White Dragon Club? Su Yi asked. Su Shangping's eyes widened, White Dragon Club? You're making a wish here. I want to be a security guard there. Forget it, we have nothing to say. Su Yi waved his hand and went back to his room. Of course he can't be a security guard. Although he has no special powers, he has the 8 gates. With the 8 gates of Dunjia at your disposal, are you still afraid that you can't deal with the star beasts? But the 8 gates of ninjutsu cannot be opened just like that. If you don't keep up with the physical exercise, you might end up hurting yourself every time you open the 8 gates. Therefore, Su Yi now has 2 tasks. First, do everything you can to exercise your body so that your body can keep up with the 8 gates ninjutsu. Second, find a way to save energy points, and then exchange them with the system for other ninjutsu that do not require such high physical fitness, or directly exchange them for body enhancers. The first task is a long-term task and cannot be accomplished overnight. The second task is what Su Yi urgently needs to do now. Whether it is for living needs or for exchanging physical skills, he has to find a way to hunt star beasts and obtain star cores. After confirming the target, Su Yi immediately started to act and left the room. Dad, I'm going out for a while. Su Shangping was so frightened that he covered the book in his hand again. You scared me. Where are you going? If it's on your way, go buy some water. We don't have any drinking water at home. In this world of limited resources, even drinking water requires money to buy. Give me the money. Su Yi stretched out his hand. Su Shangping took out 2 crumpled 20 yuan bills from his trouser pocket, feeling very reluctant to part with them. Su Yi grabbed it and I'm not back so soon, remember to save some food for me tonight. After saying that, he left and let Su Shangping continue with his work. Don't cause trouble, little brat. No. Su Yi's voice came back from afar. If Su Shangping knew that Su Yi was going out of the city to hunt star beasts, I wonder what his expression would be. Chapter 4. Dusk City. The tall city walls demonstrate an unbreakable defense. Inside the city, people are struggling to survive. Outside the city, there are star beasts that are wreaking havoc. Dusk City does not restrict people from entering and leaving, but in order to prevent attacks from star beasts, the city gates are heavily guarded. Su Yi came to the city gate and followed the crowd to leave Dusk City. Outside the city is a dark forest. On the dry trees, the dark bark is penetrated with bits of blood-red starlight. This is a virus called Roxygen, which is the root cause of the doomsday. 500 years ago, a star fell and brought star power to the world, allowing humans to become superpowers. But that star also contained star rot, which brought disaster to the world. Rotten star toxin is a highly corrosive virus that can devour lives, corrode houses, pollute water sources, etc. Whether it is an organic or inorganic body, it will be corroded by humus. It took only 100 years for the rotten star element to corrode the once prosperous human world into doomsday, putting humanity in danger of extinction. Fortunately, 300 years ago, someone developed a vaccine to prevent rotten toxins, which can make the human body have a certain immunity to rotten toxins. This is how humans have survived and are still surviving. However, it is still a long way to go to restore the level of prosperity before the virus hit. Su Yi walked into the rotten star forest. Only here can you find star beasts. But he is not the only one here, there are many people with special abilities who are also looking for star beasts. The meat of star beasts is the best food, the star cores, bones, fur, etc. of star beasts all have their own value and can be used to exchange for money and resources. In a world corroded by rotten star elements, star beasts have become indispensable for human survival. Suyi hasn't found the star beast yet, but he has met other people. Hey, isn't this the person without superpowers that we have rarely seen in the past 10 years in our Dusk City? A mocking voice sounded, and a little fat man and two people came over. You, look familiar, aren't you that so-and-so? Suyi felt that this little fat guy looked very familiar. Aren't you the chicken from the awakening ceremony? He only remembered that this person was the first one to awaken at the awakening ceremony, and then awakened the beast-type chicken. You are the chicken. Your whole family are chickens. Zhang-san immediately started cursing. Your superpower is just a chicken, I didn't say anything wrong. Suyi didn't think he was wrong. Zhang-san snorted coldly and said sarcastically, no matter what it is, it's better than a useless person like you who has no superpowers, right? You came here because you feel that you can't live anymore and want to die in the mouth of a star beast. Before awakening his special powers, this little fat boy was the kind of timid, cautious, and honest person. But after awakening his beastly nature, his mentality changed. After all, beast transformation is a serious combat ability that can raise his identity and status to several levels. If you just want to show off in front of me, then your goal has been achieved. I don't have time to waste with you here. Goodbye. Suyi is in a good mood now and doesn't argue with this chicken brother, he still can't remember Zhang-san's name. He turned around and walked into the rotten star forest. Zhang-san laughed and said, Humph, you are such a fool. In their opinion, a useless person without any special powers would be seeking death if he entered the corrupted star forest. The middle of the rotten star forest. There are more low-level star beasts here, so it is easier to encounter star beasts. Under normal circumstances, Suyi would definitely not dare to come here. Now, he couldn't wait to find a star beast to have a big fight with. As if hearing the call from his heart, a pig soon appeared in front of Suyi. It was a wild boar covered with jet black hair, with a tuft of thick hair on its head, which was parted in the middle, like a middle-parted pig. Head. Rotten star boar. 1 level, 1 star. The level classification of star beasts is the same as that of humans, from low to high, namely level 1, level 2, to level 7. Each level is further divided into 1 star, 2 stars, to 5 stars. The first level and the first star means that one has just awakened his superpowers and is still in the stage of trying to use them. Triggering task, try your hand at a task requirements, do you see the wild boar in front? Do you want a snack? Do you want to eat wild boar meat? Then do it. Mission reward, 100 energy points Taijutsu, lotus flower. No wonder Suyi always felt like something was missing. It turns out that there is a novice task missing. 100 energy points isn't much, but the lotus is still valuable. At this moment, the rotten star boar in front of him was no longer a star beast in his eyes, but a piece of running pork. Just take it and you can eat meat. Similarly, he was also a prey in the eyes of the rotten star wild boar. As long as Suyi was captured, it wouldn't have to go hungry today. Hurrah! The rotten star boar let out a rough cry, scratched the ground with its 2 front legs, and then attacked fiercely, rushing towards Suyi. Bring it on. Suyi crossed his arms in front of his forehead, veins popping out on his forehead. 8 Gates of Ninjutsu. First gate. Open the gate, open. In an instant, Suyi felt an unprecedented force rushing straight to the top of his head. The restrictions on his brain were lifted, and his physical strength was directly exerted at 100%. It seemed as if in an instant, his power was released to the fullest extent ever. At this moment, Suyi felt that he could kill a cow with 1 punch. Call. He exhaled slowly. The unprecedented strength in his body made him extremely confident. Seeing the rotten star wild boar charging towards him, he did not dodge, but slowly clenched his fist, and as the rotten star wild boar charged towards him, he punched with all his strength. Physical training, full strength punch. Bang. Suyi punched the rotten star boar on the head. First, he felt the hardness of the rotten star boar's skull. Then, the rotten star boar also felt the power of Suyi's punch, and its skull cracked directly. Then, accompanied by a loud bang, the corrupted star boar was punched into the ground, creating a shallow pit. Died instantly. Looking at the rotten star wild boar in front of him that suddenly became motionless, Suyi was a little shocked. Damn, I didn't expect my fist to be so hard. Before today, he had never practiced any physical skills. But by opening the 8 gates, a cotton fist can be turned into a hard fist of steel. Complete the task, try your hand at it reward, 100 energy points Taijutsu, lotus flower. The battle is over, it's time to collect the spoils. Suyi squatted in front of the corpse of the rotten star boar and found a scarlet, blood-stained, thumb-sized bead in its shattered skull, a star core. Chapter 5. The star core is the most important and valuable thing of a star beast, which embodies the star power of the star beast. Star cores can be sold for money, embedded in weapons, used to set up barriers and formations, etc. They have a wide range of uses. For Suyi, star cores have only one function, to exchange for energy points. System, how many energy points is this star core worth? First level 1 star core, unit price 50 energy points. First order 2 star core, unit price 100 energy points first level 3-star core, unit price 150 energy points a euro and so on. A first level, 1-star core only has 50 energy points. Even the cheapest body enhancer requires 1000 energy points. In other words, at least 20 first level, 1-star cores are needed to accumulate 1000 energy points. After a quick calculation, Su Yi found that he still had a long way to go. Okay, let's take advantage of this moment and kill a few more star beasts. Opening the 8 gates of ninjutsu also puts a great burden on the body. After the 8 gates ninjutsu state ends, the body will fall into a weak state. Therefore, Su Yi must kill a few more star beasts while his first stage is still intact. Su Yi was not the only one in the rotten star forest, there were also other people hunting star beasts. And most of them come in groups. After all, the corrupted star forest is full of dangers. A person, especially one whose level is not high, once encounters any emergency, he may die if he is not careful and become food for the star beasts. Among them, there was a team with only 2 people, and they were 2 girls, with the same twin ponytails and cute little faces that looked 90% alike. They were actually twins. In fact, both of them were wearing JK uniforms, but one was a white top with a black skirt, and white stockings. One is a white dress with a blue skirt and black stockings. The one wearing white silk is my younger sister, Lv.100. The one wearing black stockings is my older sister, Li-Qing. Sister, do you think we can find the rotten star black bear today? Lv.100 felt a little nervous as she looked at the forest full of corrosive atmosphere. They accepted a mission in the star reward area, which required them to hunt down a rotten star black bear. But the target has not been found yet. It should be possible. Li-Qing was much more calm. Although both of them have just awakened their superpowers, they have both awakened combat abilities and are fully capable of fighting against first level, 1-star beasts. Just as the 2 girls were discussing, an angry bear roar was heard. Then, a 2-meter-tall, 300-pound black bear rushed over, and its target was very clear, it was coming for the 2 girls. It's the rotten star black bear. Lv.100 suddenly became a little nervous and didn't even know what to do for a moment. Li-Qing remained calm and raised her hand immediately, saying, Holy water impact. A light blue magic circle appeared in front of her, and then a huge column of water spurted out from it, hitting the rotten star black bear heavily. Bang! The attack power of the water column is very strong, but the corrupted star black bear has thick skin and flesh, and its defense is amazing. This attack can't hurt it at all, it just slows down its impact speed. Fortunately, Lv.100 beside him also reacted and quickly raised her palm to perform the same water-based ability. Holy water impact. Another stream of water spurted out and hit the rotten star black bear, barely forcing it back temporarily. But this attack is not enough to hurt the rotten star black bear. Because the rotten star black bear in front of him is a first level, 2nd star. Roar. The corrupted star black bear pounded his chest with his fists and roared angrily. Then, it burst out with astonishing speed again and rushed towards the 2 women. This time, its speed and impact performance have been greatly improved. Li-Qing and Lv.100 were startled, and quickly raised their hands at the same time to launch the magic water attack again. But this time, even the 2 water jets were unable to deflect the attack of the corrupted star black bear. It seemed that the huge black bear was about to crush the 2 petite girls. Suddenly, a figure appeared in front of the rotten star black bear. Bang! Su Yi kicked from bottom to top, accurately hitting the chin of the rotten star black bear and kicking it into the air. Then, Su Yi jumped up with 1 foot on the ground, turned his body upside down in the air, and quickly wrapped the 2 vines in his hands around the body of the rotten star black bear. Then, he held it, head down, and crashed down at high speed. Table Lotus. Boom! The bodies of the man and the bear were like a huge drill, smashing into the ground hard, creating a huge deep hole in the ground. The body of the rotten star black bear was stuck straight into the ground. Su Yi bounced out and landed steadily. But he was not completely safe, as his lotus flower was a tactic that would kill 1,000 enemies but injure 800 of his own. The rotten star black bear was smashed to death, but Su Yi's head was buzzing. It shouldn't be a concussion, right? Li-Qing and Lv.100 were stunned. At the critical moment when they all thought they were going to be knocked away by the corrupted star black bear, Su Yi suddenly appeared and solved the problem with a set of smooth movements. This is just so cool. So handsome. Lv.100 was a little dazed. Su Yi then noticed that there were 2 girls beside him, and they were so pretty. Or were they twin sisters? It seems a little familiar. Thank you for saving us. Li-Qing thanked him. My name is Li-Qing, and this is my sister, Lv.100. Su Yi finally remembered. Aren't these 2 the school beauties of Higurashi Academy? It's just that because their family lives in the upper civilian area, even at Higurashi Academy, they attend classes separately from the students from the civilian area. They don't interact much in normal times. Su Yi has only seen them 2 or 3 times and doesn't have a very deep impression of them. Hello, my name is Su Yi. Out of politeness, he still gave his name. Su Yi, are you the person without superpowers in our academy? Li-Qing suddenly remembered. The name Su Yi is quite popular and has been much discussed. After all, he is the only one without superpowers in their class. However, judging from Su Yi's performance just now, he doesn't seem to be a person without superpowers. Yes, it's me. Su Yi didn't care and admitted it openly. Then he went to dig the body of the rotten star black bear out of the pit. Su Yi was not interested in the pair of school beauties. The reason why he took action was entirely because this rotten star black bear was a first level, 2-star star beast, and he was only interested in the rotten star black bear. As for the sisters, women only slow down the speed of his punches. So what if one of them wears black stockings and the other wears white stockings? So what if they all have twin ponytails? So what if they are pretty and cute? How can passionate youth be affected by a mere woman? Chapter 6. Su Yi skillfully used a stone to smash open the skull of the rotten star black bear and took out the star core inside. This is why he took action. A first level, 2nd star core is worth 100 energy points. So far, he has killed 5 first level 1-star beasts and obtained 5 star cores worth 250 energy points. Add this first level, 2nd star core, and that's 350 energy points. Although there is still some distance to 1000 energy points, this is enough for a day's income. Just as he was about to put the star core into his pocket, Li Qingqing came over and asked cautiously, Su Yi, can you give us the core of this rotten star black bear? The mission they accepted required them to obtain the core of a rotten star black bear. Now that we have finally encountered a rot star black bear, we can't just let it go, right? Su Yi raised his eyebrows. This is the rotten star black bear I killed, but you want the star core. We have accepted a mission in the star reward area and need the star core of the corrupted star black bear. We can exchange the star cores of other star beasts with you, how about it, said Li Nuanuan on the side. She was honest and told everything. Su Yi took a look at the 2 sisters in front of him and thought for a moment, what price can you offer? We can exchange 2 first level, 1-star cores with you, is that okay? Li Qingqing said. The value of 2 first level, 1-star cores is basically equivalent to 1 first level, 2-star core. Some of it is meaningful. Your sincerity is not enough. Li Qingqing understood what he meant and immediately raised the price, then 3. Su Yi rubbed his fingers, the sincerity is still a little lacking. Li Qingqing bit her thin lips, a trace of struggle appeared on her delicate face, and her tone was a bit resentful, but she still gave a price, 4, this is all the chips we have. Deal. Su Yi agreed immediately with a big smile on his face, I knew you were sincere. The 2 sides exchanged star cores. 1 first level, 2-star core in exchange for 4 first level, 1-star cores. It must be Su Yi who made the profit. He didn't have any missions in the star reward zone, so it made no difference to him whether the star core was 1 star or 2 stars. Nuanuan, let's go back. After getting the star core, Li Qingqing didn't want to stay here any longer, so he quickly took Li Nuanuan away. After Su Yi watched the sisters leave, he counted the star cores and exchanged the 4 star cores for energy points. Now, the total number of energy points he exchanged for star cores is 450. Add the 100 energy points obtained from completing the novice mission, the total is 550 energy points. €1 trademark is still a bit little. But today is only the first day, there will be plenty of opportunities later. At this moment, the system's voice sounded, completed achievement, first kill of a level 1, 2-star beast €. Comment, oh. Damn it, God. You are a rookie and you actually killed a first level, 2-star beast? This is simply too shocking. Reward, 500 energy points. There are also achievement rewards. Su Yi was shocked. Although there are only 500 energy points, it is not a lot. But adding the previous balance, that's 1050 energy points which can be exchanged for one thing. So Su Yi quickly opened the system store. Looking at the dazzling array of goods, he sorted them by price from low to high, and then there were only 2 items that could be exchanged for 1000 energy points. €1 body enhancer, can increase physical development by 10%, can be used repeatedly. Price, 1000 energy points. Want to be a real hard man? If you want, then redeem it. Ninjutsu, lightning release activation, gain the lightning release activation state, comprehensively improving attack, speed, and defense. Price, 1000 energy points. €1 a skill essential to becoming a real man, which can make you last longer. Body enhancers may seem simple, but they are actually the most practical things. It can directly improve Su Yi's physical development by 10%, which is much simpler than exercise. But the body enhancer has a disadvantage. That is, with Su Yi's current physical development level of 50%, even if he exchanges for the body enhancer, it can only be increased to 60%, which is still not enough to meet the conditions for opening the second door. The activation of lightning release is similar to the 8 Gates of Ninjutsu, which can directly enhance overall attributes, and is the basis for performing lightning release ninjutsu. Although the improvement is not very high, it is a real and direct benefit. What Su Yi needs now is something that can be put into actual combat immediately and improve his combat effectiveness. As far as his current situation is concerned, the cost effectiveness of the body enhancer is not as high as the lightning release activation. After thinking carefully, Su Yi made a choice. System, redeem my lightning release activation. 1000 energy points were deducted, and the exchange for €1 in Taijutsu, lightning release activation €1 trademark was successful. After the exchange was successful, Su Yi planned to withdraw first. He has already used the 8 Gates of Ninjutsu today, and now he feels a little weak and can't fight anymore. He has to go back and rest before trying again tomorrow. After returning to Dusk City, Su Yi did not forget the task assigned to him by Su Shangping, buying water. He walked straight towards the commercial street in the civilian area. There are all kinds of shops on both sides of the street. The most common ones are shops that sell star beast meat, star cores, materials, weapons, armor, etc. In addition, there are daily necessities stores selling rice, noodles, oil, salt, and water. What Suyi needed to buy was water, so he went straight to the water selling area. At the end of the world when rotten stars invaded, a large amount of water resources were polluted, and there was very little drinkable water, which became a precious resource. Although people now have a basic resistance to rotten stars, they can still be infected if they drink too much water contaminated by rotten stars. Once infected with rotten star toxins, it is equivalent to being sentenced to death. Most of the remaining drinkable water is purified water. But the cost of purification is high and the efficiency is low, so the price of drinking water is also high. Come and take a look. The water that was just purified today includes Nongfu Saiquan, Yubeobeo, Shui Shifu, and Qinsuishan. The price is cheap and affordable, the lowest price is only $15 per bottle. Suyi went to take a look. The cheapest one is a 500 ml bottle of Nongfu Saiquan, which costs 15 yuan. 500 milliliters, drink sparingly, it's only enough for one person for a day at most. Su Shangping gave him 40 yuan, which was enough to buy only 2 bottles. Boss, why is water so expensive now? I remember it was only 10 yuan a bottle before. The water boss snorted, if you think it's expensive now, it will be even more expensive in a few days. If you want to buy it quickly. Suyi's heart moved slightly. This is not all good news. But he did not rush to buy. Instead, he went to the butcher shop nearby and sold all the star beasts he had killed in the rotten star forest, earning 5,000 yuan. The meat of star beasts is not valuable because there is too much of it. The purchase price for unprocessed star beast meat is uniformly 5 yuan per pound. 5,000 yuan may seem like a lot, but considering that a 500 milliliter bottle of purified water costs 15 yuan, it is not a lot of money. Finally, Su Yi carried back 7 buckets of 2.5 liter Master Shui purified water at a price of 70 yuan per bucket. Chapter 7. Oh my god, why did you buy so much water? As soon as he entered the room, Su Shangping was stunned to see several buckets of purified water in the room. You have to drink it anyway, so since you've already bought it, you might as well buy a little more. Su Yi said calmly. Is this a question of buying more or less? Where do you get so much money? Su Shangping remembered that he only gave Su Yi 40 yuan. Could it be that he remembered it wrongly and gave 4,000 yuan? I went to the rotten star forest and killed a few star beasts. I sold them and had money to buy water. Su Yi did not hide it. Rotten star forest? How did you kill them? Or did you steal them? Su Shangping's expression suddenly became serious. Son, although our family is poor, we must have a bottom line. We can't do anything sneaky. Su Yi rolled his eyes at him unhappily. I killed the star beast in a fair and square manner, without stealing or robbing. Su Shangping was even more unconvinced. You don't even have any special abilities, how can you possibly defeat the star beast? Who says you can't fight star beasts if you don't have superpowers? I can fight a little bit. Fists and feet? You mean physical skills? Su Shangping was no fool and quickly understood what Su Yi meant. Su Yi nodded and admitted it. That's not right. I never saw you practice physical skills. How could you suddenly be able to kill star beasts? Don't ask so many questions. I can do it anyway. Go cook quickly. I'm hungry. Su Yi didn't want to waste any more time on this issue. It is impossible to tell Su Shangping the truth. The reason why he told about the physical skills was, firstly, to explain why he was rich, and secondly, to make Su Shangping happy. Although Su Shangping is also a person without superpowers and has no achievements, he can only work as a security guard to make a living. But as a father, Su Shangping was very kind to Su Yi. He raised him from childhood to adulthood and did not abandon him because of poverty. Now that Su Yi has become capable, he also wants to make Su Shangping happy. Okay, you little brat have grown up now, I don't bother to care about you anymore. Su Shangping complained a few words and then went into the kitchen to cook. After dinner, Su Yi took a shower and went to bed because he couldn't bear the fatigue. The 8 Gates of Ninjutsu takes a lot of toll on the body, and you need a good rest to recover. In the hall, Su Shangping carefully opened a bottle of purified water and poured himself a small cup. He looked at the buckets of pure water, then at Su Yi's room, with a hint of relief in his eyes. This brat has really grown in ability. The next morning, Su Yi got up, simply brushed his teeth, washed his face, had breakfast, and then went out. Today he was not in a hurry to go to the rotten star forest, but planned to go to the star appreciation area to see if there were any tasks suitable for him. The star reward area is where the Dusk Academy issues bounty missions. Everyone in Dusk City can go to the star reward area to accept missions. This is also the main place where most people make money. After all, you can get rewards by completing bounty tasks. When he arrived at the star viewing area, Su Yi realized that there were so many people here. The huge square was packed with people inside and outside, making it impossible to get in or out. There are 10 taskbars in the square, and each taskbar has a posted task. Su Yi struggled to squeeze to a taskbar and saw the task on it. Task 1, go to the corrupted star forest, kill the first level 1 star corrupted star black bear, and obtain the star core. Reward, 100 yuan. Euro Task 2, go to the scarlet forest, kill the second level 3 star scarlet stone beast, and obtain the star core. Reward, 1000 yuan. Task 3, go to the water curtain waterfall and purify the polluted water. Reward, 2000 yuan. Euro. There are many tasks, and they cover all aspects. Based on the reward of the task, the difficulty of the task can be analyzed. With Su Yi's current strength, he can deal with first level 3-star beasts. Therefore, he finally accepted a mission of going to the corrupted star forest and killing a first level 3-star furious lion with a reward of 300 yuan. He was going to the corrupted star forest anyway, so he could do some quests and earn some money, which wouldn't be a loss. He is also short of money now. After accepting the mission, Su Yi continued to head towards the rotten star forest. Now his main task is only one, kill star beasts and earn energy points. This is basically his long-term mission as well. Only by earning enough energy points can he exchange for more physical skills and improve his strength. Arriving at the rotten star forest, Su Yi walked towards the center of the forest with ease, actively looking for star beasts. The star beasts in the rotten star forest are generally of low level, and there are basically no second-level star beasts. But if you want to find a first-level 3-star beast, you have to enter the central part of the rotten star forest. Soon, Su Yi encountered the first star beast of the day, the first level, 2nd star, rotten star demon chicken. This is a magical chicken that is 1 meter tall and has black and white hair all over its body. The long pointed beak is its most powerful weapon. Who hasn't been chased by a rooster in their childhood? It's just right. Today I'll use you to try out the lightning release activation technique I just learned. Su Yi twisted his neck, and then he immediately circulated the spiritual power in his body. Sizzle euro a euro. A flash of electric arc covered the surface of his body, forming a thin layer of lightning armor. At this moment, Su Yi felt as if he had mastered the power of thunder. All the cells in his body were excited and he felt very clear. This feels quite different from the 8 gates. However, Su Yi's current activation of thunder escape is almost the same as the increase after opening a gate. Call out. Without saying a word, Su Yi turned into a streak of lightning and rushed out. A euro a cock, clack, a euro the magic chicken let out a charging cry, flapped its wings that could not fly, and rushed towards Su Yi. Its hard and sharp beak pecked at Su Yi accurately. Su Yi was not afraid of it either, he just clenched his fist and punched it. Bang! Snap! This punch directly blew up the devil chicken's mouth, breaking it into several pieces, and blood splattered. Sure enough, the power of my activated lightning release is about the same as the power of opening the door. Su Yi quickly threw the second punch, the third punch. Ola ola ola. After a series of combined punches, the magic chicken was physically killed on the spot. Su Yi opened its skull with ease and took out the star core. Done, next. After easily dealing with the magic chicken, Su Yi continued to move forward, looking for his next target. There are many star beasts in the middle of the rotten star forest. It doesn't take much effort to find the second, third, fourth. Su Yi also relied on his fists to kill one star beast after another in the corrupted star forest. Completed achievement, killed a total of 20 star beasts. A euro comment, oh my god, you killed 20 star beasts, that's so cool. Reward, 500 energy points. Start the lottery system. Chapter 8. Lottery system. Su Yi couldn't help but raise his eyebrows. This is another trigger for benefits. He quickly found a safe place and opened the system lottery interface that had just been unlocked. Soon, a round turntable appeared in front of him, with a lot of things displayed on it. Ninjutsu, lightning abuse level a euro physical technique, daytime Tajera euro a euro physical technique, lotus flower a euro item, Bing Liang pills 10 a euro tools, Taijutsu bandage a euro tools, Kunao 10 explanation. The first draw consumes 500 energy points, the second draw consumes 2500 energy points, the third draw consumes 4500 energy points, and so on. Note, the roulette can be drawn up to 4 times, and the prize will be reset after 4 draws. Su Yi looked at it carefully and understood it. This lottery wheel is cumulative. You can only draw everything once. Once you win, eat a euro trademark s gone. If you have drawn all the bad rewards in the first 3 times, the chance of getting a good reward the 4th time will greatly increase. Now, on this turntable, except for the kunao and bandages which are rubbish, everything else is pretty good. The first draw only requires 500 energy points, but each subsequent draw requires 2000 more energy points. If you want to draw a 4th time, you need 6500 energy points. Even if you draw a thunder slaying level with an original price of 5000 energy points, it is still a loss. If you draw Lilian Hua, you will lose a lot. Only if you draw the daytime tiger can you be considered profitable. If you don't win, you'll lose a lot. I just completed an achievement and got 500 energy points. Do you want to draw one? What if I get really lucky and score a goal? 500 energy points. Even if I draw Lilian Hua, it's not a loss. Su Yi convinced himself in his heart. This is the first time the lottery system has appeared, so there must be a novice protection period. Never mind, just smoke. He quickly convinced himself and started smoking. Deduct 500 energy points. Start the lottery. The pointer on the roulette wheel started to spin quickly, then slowly slowed down. Su Yi nervously watched the pointer slow down little by little, watched it slowly pass by the day tiger, then turn a circle, and pass by the day tiger again. It seems that no matter how slow it gets, the pointer will never stop, which whets your appetite. Finally, after 3 clicks, the pointer completely stopped. Ninja body technique, thunder abuse level. A euro I got it, a euro wahoo, a euro. Su Yi couldn't help but cheer. This made him hit the target with one shot. I only spent 500 energy points and won the thunder level worth 5000 energy points. Although eat a euro trademark s, a pity that I didn't a euro trademark t draw the daytime tiger. But he was also satisfied with the level of thunder and abuse. Not bad, not bad. It seems I have gained another good skill. Suyi took a look at his current information panel. Host, Suyi a Euro age 18 a Euro superpower, no superpower physical skills, 8 Gates of Dunjia, opening, Lotus Flower Ninjutsu, Thunder level a Euro physical development level, 50% a Euro level, level 1, 2 stars after 20 battles, his basic level also rose to level 1, 2 stars. If he opens the 8 gates or activates the lightning release, his overall combat power should be able to reach the level of first order 4 stars. Not bad. It seems that we can kill a few more star beasts today. Suyi was eager to try and continued looking for star beasts in the forest. The rotten star forest is very large, so it is not difficult to find star beasts. Soon, Suyi found a first level 3 star beast Euro. It just happened to be the violent rage lion required by the mission he received in the star reward area. It seems that I am very lucky today. I found the mission target so quickly. Normally, it would take 2 or 3 days to complete the tasks in the star reward zone. After all, there are so many star beasts, and it is quite difficult to accurately find a specific star beast. But Suyi found it. However, the violent and angry lion in front of him had been discovered and was now fighting with each other. And the other party was only one person, and she was a girl. Hiss, that person's back looks a little familiar. Suyi took a closer look and realized that the girl who was fighting the raging lion was one of the sisters he met yesterday. As for whether this was Li Qingqing or Li Nuanuan, he couldn't recognize it at first. No, this one is wearing white silk, it should be Li Nuanuan, right? He guessed. In front, Li Nuanuan was obviously unable to cope with the crazy attack of the violent and angry lion. Roar! The furious lion roared, opened its bloody mouth, and rushed towards Li Nuanuan. Holy water shield! Li Nuanuan quickly raised her hand and summoned a water shield in front of her. Bang! This weak water shield obviously couldn't withstand the attack of the furious lion and was knocked open in an instant. The furious lion's teeth were about to fall on Li Nuanuan's petite body. A figure appeared in front of her like lightning, and a hand knife condensed with flashing lightning, fiercely hitting the neck of the furious lion. The level of thunder and lightning. Bang! Snap! There was a crisp sound of broken bones, and the furious lion's neck twisted and its whole body rolled to the side, dying on the spot. Li Nuanuan looked at Suyi in front of her in shock, with a hint of surprise on her pale face. Is that you? It's Suyi again. She was saved by Suyi once yesterday, and she was saved again today. Yes, it's me again. Suyi looked her up and down. You are Li Nuanuan. Yet. The girl nodded. Although Li Nuanuan and Li Qingqing are twins, their temperaments are very different. Li Nuanuan is obviously the cute type of girl who is well behaved and obedient, while Li Qingqing is the cold type. There is a big difference. Of course, the biggest difference between them that Suyi distinguishes is the difference between white stockings and black stockings. This star beast is not your mission target, right? Where is your sister? Suyi looked around but didn't see Li Qingqing. My sister didn't come today. This star beast is not my mission target either. Oh, I'll take it then. Suyi ran over with ease, opened the skull and obtained the star core. In this way, his mission was completed. By the way, why are you here alone? After doing all this, Suyi was a little curious why Li Nuanuan was here alone. Although she is a water-type mutant. But it is obviously not a wise choice for a first-level, one-star person to go deep into the middle of the corrupted star forest. I was looking for a rotten star rabbit, but I ended up here accidentally. Li Nuanuan's cheeks showed a hint of embarrassment. She found this shameful. Then you should go back quickly, or else no one will be able to save you if you are eaten by the star beast. If she hadn't been lucky enough to meet Suyi, and if this violent and angry lion hadn't happened to be Suyi's target, Li Nuanuan might have been eaten. Yeah, thank you. Li Nuanuan thanked him quickly and left quickly. Chapter 9. After getting the star core of the furious lion, Suyi did not stay any longer. The daily battle should be kept appropriate, not too much, there is no need to exhaust yourself. After packing up the star cores and cutting some of the star beast's meat and putting it into the system space and taking it away, Suyi returned to Dusk City. The first thing to do is to go to the star reward area to hand over the task and get rewarded. Walking on the street, Suyi realized that it was almost evening. Why were there still so many people on the street? And everyone is crowding towards the commercial street, it's very lively. Is this a supermarket giving away free eggs? So many people. Suyi took a look from a distance and didn't pay much attention. Soon, he arrived at the star reward area, completed the handover task, and received a reward of 300 yuan. I feel it would be better for him to just carry back a 100-pound star beast and sell it for money. Although the rewards for the star reward zone missions themselves are not very good, there is another hidden reward for the star reward zone missions. As long as you complete 500 missions, you can be promoted from the civilian zone to the upper civilian zone. This implicit reward is what drives so many people to complete the task. 500 missions, that's a lot. Even if a person completes one task a day, it will take more than a year to complete the task. Not to mention that it is impossible for anyone to complete a task every day. But even if Euro trademark as 2 or 3 years, or 4 or 5 years. For ordinary people, as long as they can enter the Shangmin district, the time spent is completely worth it. But for Suyi, he felt that there was no need to rely on a large number of tasks to enter the Shangmin district. he was fully confident that he could become a 4th-level mutant, and then enter the Shangmin district with his own strength. Coming out of the star viewing area and passing the commercial street, Su Yi discovered that there were more people inside. It was packed and overcrowded, with more people than ever before. Wow, there are so many people here, are there really free eggs? Just as Su Yi was curious, he saw a familiar figure squeeze out from the crowd. Chapter Power. Zhang Li also saw Su Yi and hurried over. Old Su, you are here too. No, I just happened to pass by. What happened? What are you doing? Buying water. Su Yi saw Zhang Li holding two 2.5-liter buckets of purified water in his arms. Yes, buy some water. Zhang Li was panting a little, with sweat all over his forehead. Obviously, he had spent a lot of effort to grab these 2 barrels of pure water. Is the water on sale today? So many people are rushing to buy it. It's not a discount, it's a price increase. Do you know how much a 2.5-liter bucket of water costs? Isn't it usually 70 yuan? Now, this bucket of water costs 500 yuan. Zhang Li said word by word. How many? Su Yi wondered if he had heard it wrong. $500? That's 7 times more. Is this a new water? Drinking it can make people feel like they are in heaven and ascend to heaven. Seeing Su Yi so surprised, Zhang Li knew that he didn't know what happened, so he explained, it seems you don't know yet. The largest purification plant outside our city was attacked by star beasts last night and was destroyed. In the short term, the entire purification plant will not be able to supply purified water to the city. That is to say, the purified water in our city is gone once we drink it. After hearing Zhang Li's words, Su Yi finally understood. Most of the purified water in Dusk City is supplied by purification plants outside the city. Now that the purification plant has been destroyed, it means that the City Euro trademark's supply of purified water will be cut off. No drinking water, this is a big problem. No wonder so many people are rushing to get water. It turns out it's because everyone knows there's no water. Scarcity makes things valuable. Knowing that the water supply will be cut off, a barrel of purified water that originally cost 70 yuan is now sold for 500 yuan, and there is no shortage of people buying it. Because without water, they cannot survive. Old Su, you're here so late now, you won't be able to get any water. How about this, I'll give you a bucket. Zhang Li was also very loyal and shared one of his 2 buckets of water with the other. To Su Yi, of course, I still have to pay for 500 yuan a bucket, but I don't have any money right now. No, I still have water at home. I just bought a few buckets yesterday. Su Yi declined. He has more water at home than Zhang Li, is this true? Don't be so stubborn. Why would I lie to you? Okay then, if you really have no water to drink at home, you can come to me anytime. Zhang Li is very short, only about 1.6 meters tall. Carrying 2 buckets of water seemed a bit strenuous. Zhang Li's family is also very poor. He has no parents and a 70-year-old grandmother who needs his care. Therefore, Zhang Li has shouldered the responsibility of the family since he was young. By the way, Old Su, what have you been doing these 2 days? Is there any meat at home? This morning I went to the rotten star forest and killed a 100-pound star beast. There is a lot of meat. Zhang Li said again. He had said at the beginning that he would protect Su Yi after becoming a superpower. He hasn't forgotten. Su Yi was touched. No, we have meat at home. And to be honest, I have practiced some physical skills now, so I can also go to the star beast forest to hunt star beasts. Really? Zhang Li was surprised. Yes, I won't lie to you. Sure, Old Su. I knew you were extraordinary. Zhang Li grinned, revealing 2 rows of white teeth. I won't say any more. I have to go back to cook for my grandma. I'll come find you when I have time. Okay. The 2 parted ways. Su Yi looked at the crazy crowd in the commercial street, turned around and walked towards home. When Su Yi opened the door, he smelled the aroma of meat. Su Shangping was already cooking in the kitchen. Dad, why did you come back so early to cook today? Normally at this time, Su Shangping should not have gotten off work yet. I got off work early today, so I came back early. Just wipe your hands and you can eat right away. Oh. Su Yi went to the bathroom and washed his hands in a bucket of light pink water. This was a semi-polluted water source with a certain amount of rotten elements in it. This contaminated water cannot be drunk, but it can be used as domestic water and will not cause corrosion to the human body. Soon, Su Shangping brought out 2 dishes, both made from the star beast meat that Su Yi brought back yesterday. Son, now that you're back today, you should know what happened in the city, right? Su Shangping asked. Is it about the destruction of the purification plant? Yes. Fortunately, you had the foresight to buy so much water yesterday, otherwise we wouldn't be able to afford water. They still have 7 barrels of water, so they are quite rich. I didn't expect that the purified water would actually be in trouble. However, this amount of water is only enough for us to drink for half a month at most. If the city cannot restore the supply of purified water within half a month, then we will be in trouble. Su Yi said in a deep voice. Pure water has always been the most important resource. Su Shangping sighed, I hope that Higurashi College can reclaim the purification plant as soon as possible. Chapter 10. For the next week, Dusk City was plunged into a frenzy of water scramble. Before the purification plant was attacked, a lot of water was delivered to the city. In order to cope with the subsequent crisis, Higurashi Academy collected all the purified water and supplied it at a fixed time and quantity, selling it every 2 days. Each person could only buy one 2.5 liter bucket each time. This is obviously not enough, because not everyone can grab it, only about 1,000 people can grab it each time. And the entire civilian area of a Dusk City has 50,000 people. Those who cannot get water can only find their own way or rely on their family savings. As for grabbing water, this behavior is expressly prohibited. If anyone dares to steal things in Dusk City, they will be expelled from the city at best, or killed on the spot at worst. This is the order that must be maintained in the doomsday. If there is no order, everything will be like a dream bubble that will shatter at the slightest touch. It can be said that this period of time is the most severe period in the entire Dusk City. Almost everyone is racking their brains for purified water, but in the end they are still at a loss. Of course, there are also people who are fearless. Su Yi has been looking for star beasts in the rotten star forest to practice boxing for the past week. The affairs of the purification plant are not something he can control. Take care of yourself first, then care about others. He has become much stronger this week. Complete achievement, kill a total of 100 star beasts. Comment, congratulations, you have gone from a trash to a rookie, congratulations. Reward, 500 energy points. Only 500 energy points, that's too stingy. Su Yi felt a little disgusted. Throwing aside the corpse of the first level 3 star beast he had just killed, Su Yi took a short break and sorted out the results of this week's battles. This week, he killed a total of 80 star beasts. Among them, there are 50 first level star beasts, and the energy points for all the star cores are 2,500. 20 first level second level star beasts, all star cores converted into energy points is 2,000. 10 first level 3 star beasts, all converted into energy points is 1,500. Including the achievement rewards, he now has 6,500 energy points. Can exchange for many things. Su Yi immediately opened the system store, and his goal was clear: body enhancer, increases physical development by 10%. Price, 1,000 energy points. A system, exchange 6 bottles of body enhancer for me. A sorry, insufficient balance. A insufficient balance? I have 6,500 energy points, how come the balance is insufficient? A body strengthener, for each bottle sold, the price increases by 1,000. The price of the first bottle is 1,000, the second bottle is 2,000, and the third bottle is 3,000. FK, you tricked me. Su Yi found out that he had been fooled, a big fool. He thought that body enhancers were really so cheap that 1,000 energy points could be exchanged for a 10% increase in physical fitness. This is the pricing model. Then exchange 3 bottles for me. Su Yi gritted his teeth and exchanged them anyway. Physical development is the foundation of the 8 gates. His current physical development is only 50%. If he wants to open the second door, he needs 100% physical development. Here, 5 bottles of body enhancers are needed. Therefore, no matter how deceptive it is, he has no choice but to buy it. Deduct 6,000 energy points in exchange for 3 bottles of body enhancers. Su Yi directly used up all the body enhancers. Use 3 bottles of body enhancer to increase physical development by 30%, a current physical development level, 80% a with a 30% increase in physical strength. Su Yi felt that his body had become much stronger, and even his originally flat stomach had 8 abdominal muscles. This thing is much more useful than any exercise. Sure enough, there is a reason why it is expensive. Although the pricing model of body enhancers is quite deceptive, their effects are real. Su Yi took a look at his current information panel. Host, Su Yi age 18 superpower, no superpower physical skills, 8 Gates of Dunjia, opening, Lotus Flower Ninjutsu, Thunder level a physical development level, 80% a level, first level 3 stars. After a week of fighting, his strength had risen to level 1, 3 stars, which was pretty good. A boom, a muffled thunder was heard in the gloomy sky. Oh no, it's going to rain. Looking at the gloomy sky, Su Yi's expression changed slightly, and he hurried back towards the direction of Dusk City. In a world filled with rotten elements, rain is a very dangerous thing. Because even rainwater is full of rot, once you are exposed to rain, you are likely to be infected with rot. Su Yi quickly ran back to Dusk City, followed by other people from the rotten star forest. Less than 5 minutes after the thunder sounded, the streets of the entire Dusk City fell silent. A crash, finally, it rained. Scarlet rain fell from the sky like blood, staining the earth and corroding everyone's eyes. It's raining again. Su Shangping sighed as he looked at the rain outside the window. Because of the recent water shortage in the city, the restaurant owner's business was not doing well, so Su Shangping, as a security guard, had to go home and rest. I wonder if the college will send people to repair the purification plant after this rain. Su Yi murmured. When it rains, humans cannot move and star beasts will also be affected by the rich star corrosive elements. Star beasts are generally quieter and less active after the rain. This is also the relatively safest time. Su Shangping sneered inexplicably. Even though Rimua College hasn't sent anyone to repair the purification plant during this period, their college area and Shangmin district are not short of water. Su Yi remained silent and did not speak. No matter how much water is lacking in Dusk City, priority will be given to the college area and the upper civilian area. If there is no drinking water in the college area and the upper civilian area, they will not give water to the civilian area. This is the reality. Knock, knock, knock. There was a sudden and hurried knock on the door. Who would come at this time? Muttering to himself, Su Yi went to open the door anyway. Outside the door, a man in a raincoat stood, with a face revealed from under his hat. It was Zhang Li. Zhang Li? Why are you here? Old Su, do you have any water at home? My grandma has a fever and there is not a drop of water at home. Zhang Li was very anxious. If the situation wasn't urgent, he wouldn't have come in the rain. Because he knew that Su Yi would definitely come back when it rained. Without thinking, Su Yi turned back to the house and took one of the remaining 3 buckets of water to Zhang Li. Here, take it back. Old Su, I don't need so much. Just take it if you give it to me. Then, I'll give you money. Zhang Li tried to take money out of his clothes carefully, but was rejected by Su Yi. Your grandma is still running a fever. Go back and take care of her first. We can talk about the money later. After saying that, he closed the door. In this way, Zhang Li would have no way to give him money. Thank you, Lao Su. Zhang Li's voice of thanks was heard outside the door, and then he left. Chapter 11. Alas, everyone is short of water now, and our 2 buckets of water won't last long. Su Shangping sighed. Their situation had been calculated, and Su Yi bought several large buckets of water a day in advance. But even so, it can't last long. Su Yi looked at the remaining 2 buckets of water, then looked at the red rain outside, frowned and said nothing. The rain finally stopped. The sky was filled with the smell of dampness, and the accumulated water on the ground flowed down the sewers, leaving red rotten elements on the ground. It's already evening, but many vendors are still taking advantage of the rain to push their carts out and do their last bit of business. Life is always beyond our control. If you want to survive, you can't let down your guard. Dad, cook. I'm hungry. Su Yi said. Oh. After the rain, the city was peaceful and quiet. The next morning, Zhang Li came again. But he didn't come to ask Su Yi for water, but to say goodbye to Su Yi. Old Su, I plan to go out of town to find water. You? How do you find it? Most of the water in nature is contaminated by humus. But there are some exceptions, such as spring water in the mountains, pure water filtered by plants and so on. There are many situations in nature where pure water can be produced, but either they cannot be found, or the pure water produced is very little, not enough for normal people to drink. I plan to go to the purification plant outside the city to see if there is any residual purified water, or to see if I can find the star transformation grass. If Rimu Academy does nothing, we can't just wait to die of thirst, right? Zhang Li's eyes were filled with anxiety. A bit of stubbornness. He was unwilling to give in like this. Even if he gets nothing in the end, at least he has struggled. Old Su, I came here to tell you, if I can't come back, can you help me take care of my grandma? Stop talking nonsense, I'll go with you. Whether we find it or not, we will all come back together in the end. Su Yi interrupted Zhang Li. How could he watch Zhang Li take risks alone? Moreover, there is not much water left in Su Yi's house, so he has to find a way. Otherwise, it will be too late to look for it after you finish drinking the water. But. No buts, I'll pack up and leave right away. Su Yi went back and filled 2 people's daily water supply. Dad, I'm going out of town to find purified water, so you don't have to cook for me at noon. Su Shangping put down the album in his hand. Where are you going to find purified water? Be careful. Su Yi and Zhang Li left Dusk City together. The moment he stepped out of the city gate, the system's voice rang in Su Yi's mind. Trigger mission, find water source task requirements, water is the source of life. You don't Euro trademark T want to drink water contaminated by rotten elements, right? Then take action quickly, young man. Find pure water or a way to make pure water. A Euro task reward, 2000 energy points. Old Su, let's go to the purification plant first. Zhang Li Euro trademark's goal is very clear. If you were to ask where there is the greatest possibility of having clean water now, it would be that destroyed purification plant. Set off. The 2 officially set out on their journey. The purification plant is 5 kilometers away from Dusk City, which is a bit far to walk. But surprisingly, they were not the only 2 people on the road. There were other scattered people, and their goal was obviously also the purification plant. There are so many people who lack water. Since Su Yi and his team could think of the purification plant, these people could naturally think of it as well. As early as 2 or 3 days ago, some people had already gone to the purification plant to look for water sources. There may not be pure water at the purification plant. Su Yi whispered. Zhang Li didn't say anything and continued walking forward in silence. He knew it, but he didn't give up until he saw it with his own eyes. Finally, the 2 arrived at the purification plant, a factory located on a hillside with an area of a more than 200 square meters. Each house is built with solid cement stones and is protected by high walls on the outside. However, there was a huge gap on one side of the city wall, revealing the situation when the purification plant was attacked. The house inside was also knocked all over the place and was in a complete mess. At this time, there were still many people searching around in the purification plant, trying to find pure water. But obviously, they didn't find it. Zhang Li did not give up and joined the crowd of people searching, turning over every bulging brick, trying to find remaining pure water underneath. But obviously, this is only their last hope. Su Yi came to the ruins and saw several palm-sized, blood-red grasses in a water tank. This was the star-purifying grass, the only known plant that can purify rotten star elements, and it is also the most critical thing for purifying water sources. But these star-transforming grasses are now dead and have no effect. Roar. In the forest, the roar of star beasts could be heard faintly. The star beast is coming, ego, someone shouted quickly. The crowd was like frightened birds and ran back quickly. This place is already deep in the corrupt star forest. If it weren't for the purification plant here, these people wouldn't dare to come in. Zhongli, the star beast is coming, hurry up. Su Yi quickly pulled Zhongli back. Old Su, wait a minute. However, Zhongli pulled him back with force and lifted a brick, revealing 2 aborted waxing grasses. But despite the premature death, the red color on the leaves of the star-transforming grass was still wriggling slowly like blood. This proved that the 2 star-transforming grasses were not dead yet. These 2 star-transforming grasses are not dead yet. Take them back and we will have water to drink. Zhongli's voice was hoarse and crazy. But if we don't leave now, even if we get the star-transforming grass, we won't be able to take it back. Su Yi roared in a low voice. Herds of star beasts are rushing down the mountain, they have discovered this group of food. If these 2 star-transforming grasses are not treated, they won't live long. Without water to drink, we won't survive either. Zhongli said in a hoarse voice. The star-transforming grass is very fragile and cannot be dug up casually. Otherwise, they would have dug it up and run away. Oh shit. Su Yi was also struggling. Huaxingkou is indeed very important. But the star beasts are also dangerous. Looking at the group of star beasts rushing down, Su Yi gritted his teeth. Hide first. He pulled Zhongli and quickly hid in a room nearby that had not completely collapsed. Soon, the herd of star beasts rushed down. Several people didn't have time to run away. The extreme lack of water caused them to lose 80% of their fighting power. They were torn into pieces by the star beasts in a few moves and chewed until they were crispy. Su Yi and the other person hid in the room, looking out through the cracks, not daring to make any sound. There are more than a dozen star beasts in this group, and their strength is not weak, ranging from first level 1 star to first level 5 star. They patrolled in front of the ruins, trying to check if there were any fish that had escaped. Soon, a star beast came towards Su Yi and the others. Chapter 12. What came over was the strongest star beast among the star beasts, a first order 5 star. Seeing the star beast getting closer and closer, Su Yi and Zhongli's hearts tightened. Su Yi might not be able to fight a first order 5 star beast. But there is more than one star beast out there. If there is a fight, more than a dozen star beasts will fight in a group, and they are guaranteed to eat both of them without leaving any bones. Even the cremation process can be saved. The star beast is getting closer and closer, and Su Yi's heartbeat is getting faster and faster. He has clenched his fists, and if he is discovered, he will fight. Suddenly, the star beast stopped. Because it suddenly had the illusion that if it took one more step forward, it would be killed. Low-level star beasts all act based on intuition. It felt that there was danger ahead, so it stopped moving forward instead of trying to die to see what was there. Seeing the star beast walking away, the 2 of them breathed a sigh of relief. The movement outside is getting smaller and smaller. After the star beast group divided up the few people they caught, they slowly dispersed. It wasn't until no movement of the star beast could be heard outside that Su Yi carefully pushed open the heavy iron door and went out. Outside, there is no trace of the star beast. Old Su, look quickly to see if the Huaxingkou has been stepped on. Zhongli whispered and quickly walked to the 2 Huaxingkou. Fortunately, it's okay. Quick, let's dig up the Huaxingkou. Zhongli picked up a piece of iron from the side and dug around the Huaxingkou. He moved carefully for fear of breaking the roots of the Huaxingkou. 10 minutes later, both Huaxingkou plants were dug up by them. Old Su, each of us has one. Both Huaxingkou were discovered by Zhongli, but he generously gave one to Su Yi. One plant of Huaxingkou can purify 1 liter of pure water every day. If you save a little, it will be enough water for 2 people to drink for a day. Thanks. Su Yi didn't show any pretense and took the Huaxingkou. Just as the 2 stood up to leave. As soon as Su Yi turned around, a ferocious animal face suddenly appeared in front of him. FK. Su Yi was startled and quickly backed away. Roar. The star beast roared. This is a rotten star angry tiger, and it is also a first order 5 star. This guy didn't leave, but waited for us to come out. Su Yi was dumbfounded. Zhongli was so frightened that his face turned pale. He is only a first level 2 star now. Facing a first level 5 star beast, he has no chance of winning. Old Su, I'll attract it, and you can find a way to bring the Huaxingkou back. Zhongli is a serious water power user, so he subconsciously thinks that he should be the one to deal with the Physique furious tiger. You are only 1 level 2 star, how can you attract me? Let me do it. Su Yi put Huaxingkou into his backpack, twisted his neck, and his joints made a crisp sound. A first order 5 star, with his current strength, he might not be able to defeat him. Old Su, you. Zhongli originally wanted to question it, but when he saw the bulging muscles on Su Yi's arms, he suddenly shut up. Thunder escapee activation. Su Yi immediately entered an activated state and his physical fitness was comprehensively improved. There is only one first order 5 star beast, and he is not afraid of it. Bring it on. Su Yi took the initiative to rush out and turned into a thunder and lightning afterimage, appearing in front of the Physique furious tiger. Thunder level. Condensing the thunder escape in his hand, Su Yi struck hard at the head of Physique raging tiger with a thunder knife. But this is the rotten star raging tiger, not a kitten. The first order 5-star strength provided it with sensitive reflexes, and it even avoided Su Yi's attack by moving backwards. Immediately afterwards, the rotten star raging tiger rushed up from another direction, its claws brought up a fierce wind in the air, and slapped Su Yi hard. Su Yi was also stubborn. He chopped with his knife, which collided violently with the claws of the rotten star angry tiger. Bang! In an instant, the force that rebounded from his arm made Su Yi's face change slightly, and he took several steps back. As expected of a first level 5-star, this power is indeed strong. It seems that we have to go all out. 8 Gates of Ninjutsu, first gate, open, boom. An astonishing aura rose into the sky. Opening the door and activating the lightning escape allowed Su Yi's power to reach its peak at this moment. I come again, he took a step forward, and as several cracks appeared on the ground, he suddenly appeared in front of the angry tiger of Corruption Star and punched out. Can you block this punch? The power of opening the door and activating it. Before Fu Xinghu could react, Su Yi's fist had already landed on his head. Boom! The body of the angry tiger of Rotten Star flew out all of a sudden. But this is not the end yet. Su Yi followed closely and appeared behind the angry tiger of Rotten Star. The two fists were thrown out quickly, and even after images appeared. Ola ola ola. After a series of combo punches, the angry tiger was killed instantly. We're done, time to call it a day. Su Yi took a deep breath and released the 8 gates and activated the state. Zhang Li, who was standing by, was already dumbfounded. Oh my god, old Su, when did you become so strong? You evolved secretly without telling me. He actually killed a first level 5-star star beast with just his fists. How would Zhang Li, a person with special abilities, feel about this? Su Yi raised his eyebrows. I've already told you that I'm very strong. Zhang Li gave a thumbs up. Okay, let's go quickly, or the other star beasts will find us. Su Yi did not forget to dig out the core of the corrupted star angry tiger. The two were preparing to leave. Suddenly, figures appeared around. They were people wearing black combat windbreakers, carrying short knives behind their backs, and wearing masks on their faces. Hunter. Su Yi and Zhang Li's hearts were suddenly in suspense. The Hunters, an organization affiliated with the Academy District, is the most powerful organization in Dusk City. Every hunter has super strong combat power and his hands are stained with blood, no matter whether they are star beasts or humans. When the star beasts caused chaos, they killed them. When humans rebel, they kill them. The hunter is the sharp edge of Higurashi Academy. There had been several disturbances in Dusk City. But every unrest was suppressed by the hunters. The hunter's method of suppressing unrest is also very simple, whoever moves will be killed. Therefore, no one wants to deal with hunters, because the appearance of hunters means that someone is going to die. And now, there are 5 hunters around. This made Su Yi and Zhang Li dare not even breathe. Hunters are much more dangerous than star beasts. The hunters looked at the corpse of the rotten star angry tiger on the ground, and then turned their attention to Su Yi and Zhang Li. A hunter wearing a white cat mask came over with a cold voice. Did you kill this star beast? Yes. Su Yi answered honestly. The white cat nodded. Well done, go back. Ah. Su Yi and Zhang Li were stunned for a moment, but soon, after they realized what was happening, they left without saying a word. Chapter 13. Su Yi and Zhang Li left quickly. On the way, Zhang Li still looked frightened. But what he feared was not the star beasts, but the hunters. Damn, I didn't expect to encounter a hunter. Fortunately, nothing happened. Compared to the star beasts, the hunters frightened him more. But now everything is safe and sound, and I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. The two rushed back to Dusk City without stopping. Old Su, I'm going back first. Okay, remember not to let anyone know about the star transforming grass. Su Yi reminded. The temptation of the star transforming grass is too great, especially now that there is a severe water shortage in Dusk City. If other people knew that they had the star transforming grass, I wonder how crazy it would be. I know, I won't say anything nonsense. Zhang Li nodded and left. Su Yi also went home. Su Shangping is not at home. I don't trademark know whether he went to work or just hung out. Su Yi didn't care either. He went to the bathroom, took out a small basin, took out the star transforming grass, and carefully placed it in the basin. Then, he took a bucket of semi-contaminated water and placed it in front of the star transforming grass. The star transforming grass feeds on humus, and can absorb the humus in the water through the air, turning polluted water into pure water. Only traces of red rotten star element were seen separating from the polluted water and then being absorbed by the star grass. The efficiency is very slow, but at least it can ensure that the star grass can continue to purify water. That should be enough. Su Yi clapped his hands, clean and neat. With this star transforming grass, you don't have to worry about the water problem. Complete the task, find water source reward, 2,000 energy points. After receiving the mission reward, Su Yi raised his eyebrows. 2,000 energy points, plus the ones left over from before, he now has a total of over 3,000 energy points. 3,000 energy points can't even be exchanged for a bottle of body enhancer, physical skills can't be exchanged, and I can't bear to participate in the lottery. Su Yi took a look and found that he could not do anything with his 3,000 energy points. In the end I had to give up and save it up first. In the evening, Su Shangping came back. When he saw the waxing grass in the bathroom, his eyes widened immediately. Son, where did you get the waxing grass? You didn't steal it from the college area, did you? This is a serious crime. It's not too late to turn yourself in now. Star transforming grass is a strategic material, and nobody is allowed to grow it privately in Dusk City. Once discovered, the consequences will be serious. Su Yi rolled his eyes at him. I found this at the purification plant outside the city. Then we should hand it back. The purification plant is originally an asset of the academy, and so are these star transformation grasses. Su Yi snorted, why hand it back? Hand it back and then die of thirst? The purification plant has been attacked for so many days, and the college has not sent anyone to recycle it. And now everyone in the city is short of water. What we need now is the most important thing is to save your life, and you can't Euro trademark T care about other things Euro there's no water to drink, and you're still handing over the star transforming grass. After the payment is made, can the college district ensure that they can be supplied with purified water every day? Su Yi is not so righteous. Make sure you stay alive first, then talk about other things. Su Shangping was silent for a moment, and finally said seriously, you seem to make sense. Then don't tell others. If others know that we have waxing grass at home, the consequences will be very serious. Of course I do. Finally, the father and son reached a consensus and hid the waxing grass for their own use. As for other people who lack water, there is nothing they can do. After solving the water problem, Su Yi began to resume his normal life of hunting star beasts. He is so short of energy points now that he can only go and fight with the star beasts. The middle of the rotten star forest. Take my punch. The level of thunder and lightning. In the jungle, several first level 3 star beasts received lunch boxes on the spot after Su Yi's warm hospitality, and their skulls were opened. Complete achievement, kill 100 star beasts cumulatively rating, oh. You damn guy, you have killed 100 star beasts? It's so fascinating. Reward, 1000 energy points body enhancer *1. Body enhancers. Su Yi's eyes suddenly lit up. He was in need of body strengtheners, but he didn't expect the system to directly give him a bottle. It just so happened that Su Yi also took the opportunity to exchange all the star cores he had saved up in the past 2 days into energy points. 10 first order 1 star cores, 15 first order 2 star cores, 10 first order 3 star cores, 5 first order 4 star cores, and 2 first order 5 star cores. €, total price, 5,000 energy points balance, 9,000 energy points. This energy point is enough for Su Yi to exchange for body enhancers. Deduct 4,000 energy points, get body enhancer *1 balance, 5,000 energy points. Then, Su Yi also used the body enhancer he had just received as a reward for his achievement. Use body enhancer *1, physical development degree plus 20%. Congratulations to the host for reaching 100% of his physical development, and being able to open the Kaimen Dunjia a second Shiu Men. When the physical development reaches 100%, you will meet the requirements of the second door. There are 5,000 energy points left. Let's see what we can redeem. Su Yi opened the system store and selected the filter condition within 5,000 energy points. Soon, the items that met the conditions appeared: physical skills, Lotus Flower, 3,000 energy points; physical technique, Peacock Attack, 5,000 energy points; ninjutsu, Heavy Flow, 5,000 energy points; ninjutsu, Thunder Bomb, 5,000 energy points; ninjutsu, Thunder Plow; Hot Knife, 5,000 energy points. Su Yi simply skipped the first 2 physical skills because he couldn't meet the requirements yet and couldn't use them even if he exchanged them. As for the last 3 ninjutsu, Su Yi thought about it seriously. System, exchange Thunder Bombs for me. Deduct 5,000 energy points and obtain a Euronin Taijutsu, Thunder Bomb Euro trademark. The Thunder Bomb, in the hands of the 4th Reikage, is said to be a move that no one can survive. However, in the original work, it was resisted by Uchiha Suzuki with Susanoo. But this cannot deny the power of the Thunder Bomb. After a series of operations, Su Yi's strength was further improved. It turns out that improving one's strength gives one a greater sense of achievement. Su Yi became more and more motivated and continued to go deeper into the corrupted star forest to hunt star beasts. The rotten star forest is the lowest level star beast forest. The highest star beast here is only level 1, 5 stars. He is not afraid of encountering any high-level star beasts. Just as Su Yi was looking for the star beast, a noise suddenly came from the front. Then, several figures appeared in his sight. Moreover, the one being chased is a hunter. Wearing a mask and a windbreaker, he looks very stylish. But the level of this hunter is a bit low, only level 1, 3 stars? Such a weak hunter. Su Yi couldn't help but complain. Is he a trainee hunter? While he was watching the fun, the hunter had already run to Su Yi's side, but was accidentally knocked down by a branch on the ground. Chapter 14. Well. Looking at the hunter who could still be knocked down by branches, Su Yi silently chose to take 2 steps back. At this time, the group of pursuers also caught up. The leader was a young man with thick hair parted in the middle, which looked very unique. Brother Peng, she fell down, said the younger brother next to him. I can see it with my own eyes, so you don't need to say anything. Brother Peng shouted, then he fixed his eyes on the hunter and sneered. Girl, don't think that just because you put on a mask and equipment, you are a real hunter. Hand over your stuff honestly, or I will make you walk here and crawl back today. Su Yi on the side suddenly realized. It turned out to be a fake hunter. Otherwise, he would have thought that the hunters there were so weak. Humph, I was the one who got the thing first. You despicable villain, you robbed it when you couldn't get it. How despicable, said the fake hunter. This fake hunter is actually a girl, and her voice is quite soft. Even if she is angry now, it still sounds a bit soft and lacks some deterrent power. Brother Peng sneered, the strong prey on the weak, don't you understand this principle? Once you leave the city, whoever has the bigger fist has the final say. The fake hunter looked at him angrily, his heart full of rage, but in the end he could only utter one sentence, bad guys will be punished. Brother Peng chuckled and said nonchalantly, what a coincidence, in this world, only bad people can live longer. Since you don't listen, don't blame me for being rude. He sneered and walked towards the girl. Brother Peng, there's someone here. At this time, one of his men whispered a reminder and pointed at Suyi who was more than 10 meters away. Brother Peng also saw Suyi and immediately shouted, boy, what are you looking at? Haven't you seen bad guys doing bad things? Get out of here. Oh. Suyi didn't say anything, nor did he intend to meddle in other people's business. He turned around and prepared to leave. This amount of time is enough for him to kill several star beasts. Wait a moment. The girl suddenly shouted loudly. She quickly got up, stumbled towards Suyi, grabbed his clothes, can you help me? The girl was breathing rapidly and her voice was tense, but her hands were tightly grasping the corner of Suyi's clothes. Suyi is her only hope now. Although she doesn't know if he can defeat Brother Peng and his men, it is at least a hope. I don't want to meddle in other people's business. Suyi refused mercilessly. He wanted to leave, but the girl held on to his clothes tightly. The eyes under the mask looked at him, full of panic and fear. Because she understood that once she let go, there would be no chance. Suyi tried several times to get rid of her hand but failed, feeling helpless. I had no choice but to ask, do you have a star core? The girl was stunned for a moment, then nodded. 10 first level, 1 star cores, and I'll help you solve your problem. 10. The girl's eyes suddenly widened. 15, then. Why are there more and more? Before the girl could react, Suyi raised the price again. 20. 15, just 15, the girl said hurriedly, fearing that Suyi would continue to raise the price. Pay first, then do the work. Suyi stretched out his hand. The girl's eyes flickered, she gritted her teeth, and said with some worry, what if I give you the star core and you don't help me, what should I do? Believe it or not, if you don't give it to me, I will leave immediately. Suyi said casually. We need to figure out who is asking whom for help now. Recognize the situation. The girl panicked and quickly took out a handful of star cores from a bag and stuffed them into Suyi's hand. 1, 2, 9, 10. Only 10. 5 more to go. This is all I have now. I'll give you the rest later, okay? The girl looked at Suyi pleadingly. Okay, then remember to owe me 5. Suyi generously accepted the 10 star cores. 10 star cores are enough to please him. Brother Peng and his companions were very unhappy when they saw that the two of them actually made a deal in front of them and completed the deal. Boy, don't you know how much you weigh? To be a hero and save a beautiful girl, you need to pay a price. Suyi stretched out a finger and waved it. No, this is not called being a hero saving a beautiful girl, this is called doing things for money. You take money from others to help them get rid of their misfortunes. Do you understand this principle? I didn't want to get involved, but there's nothing I can do. I can't refuse 15 star cores. He twisted his neck, and the joints made a crisp sound. A euro sizzle, a euro silver white lightning covered the surface of his body, and he entered the activated state of lightning escape. Suyi's normal strength is level 1, 4 stars. And in the activated state of lightning release, it can reach the top of the first order 5-star level. Well said. I admire people like you who are confident. Brother Peng was happy and said to his subordinates beside him, don't move, let me teach this ungrateful guy a lesson myself. He stepped forward, stretched his muscles, boy, I'll let you make the first move. Brother Peng is a first level 5-star psychic, while Suyi is only a first level 4-star now. Therefore, he has enough confidence. In that case, I won't be polite. Suyi's mouth curled up slightly. Don't be polite to me, just go ahead. Brother Peng had only said half of his words when Suyi suddenly appeared in front of him. Before Brother Peng could react, Suyi's fist had already landed on his face. Bang! One punch. Brother Peng's body rotated 720 degrees in the air at high speed and landed perfectly. Quiet. Deathly silence. Everyone was stunned. Suyi actually defeated the first level 5-star Brother Peng with just one punch? Brother Peng's head was also buzzing. Cao. Come on, kill him. He struggled to stand up and could not, so he could only speak to his men. The remaining 4 people also rushed up. But these people were weaker than Brother Peng, and Suyi knocked them all down in just a few moves. Take it easy. The girls standing by were stunned. She is holding a big leg. Done. Do you have any other requests? Like cutting off his fingers or arms or something like that? It's a free after-sales service for you. No extra charge. Suyi clapped his hands and looked at the girl next to him. No, I'll do it myself. The girl walked up quickly and kicked Brother Peng in the lower body. A euro yosha euro, a euro. Brother Peng let out a sharp scream, covering the treasure that had been passed down for 20 years, and his body hunched over like a shrimp. Suyi felt pain just watching it. This girl is too cruel. With this kick, Brother Peng will become Brother Peng. Ball pain is very painful. Okay, let's go. After doing all this, the girl turned and left. Suyi looked at the people on the ground with sympathy and left. Chapter 15. Well, thank you for helping me so much. Coming out from the depths of the rotten star forest, the girl thanked him softly. You're welcome. When are you going to give me the 5-star cores you owe me? Suyi had calculated it very clearly. If it weren't for the star core, he wouldn't have meddled in other people's business. I don't have any now, I'll give it to you when I save enough. By the way, where are you from? She really has no star core now. Okay, if you have saved enough, you can come to Dusk City to find me. My name is Suyi. Yes, my name is Yunjiu, and I'm from Kanyang City. I'll come to find you in a few days when I have collected enough star cores, said the girl. Kanyang City is a city near Rumua City. The two places are 10 kilometers apart, with a rotten star forest in between. If you're not a hunter, why are you wearing a hunter's mask? Aren't you afraid that you might end up making things worse and get discovered by a real hunter? The consequences would be very serious. Although Suyi is not from Kanyang City. But whether it is Kanyang City or Rumua City, the hunters are the same, high above and cannot be touched. No one can challenge the hunter's authority. You take care of me. Yunjiu was very alert this time and quickly covered her mask with her hands, as if Suyi would suddenly tear off her mask. She looked at Suyi warily like a kitten. Suyi suddenly found that her eyes were very beautiful. Bright and clear, like a star. I used to often hear people say that some Pipa Ia Euro trademark eyes seem to speak and are very beautiful. Suyi still didn't believe it. Now, he believed it. It turns out that some people's eyes are really beautiful, as if they can speak. Remember, you still owe me 5-star cores. Suyi waved his hand, turned around and walked towards Dusk City. He was not afraid that Yunjiu would not give him the star core. Because it didn't matter whether he gave it or not, the 10-star cores he got at the beginning were enough for Suyi to pay. After all, he didn't put in much effort. As for the remaining 5-star cores, he didn't care whether Yunjiu would give them to him or not. Returning to Dusk City, Suyi found that the atmosphere today was particularly heavy. The city was in chaos. As soon as Suyi entered the city, he saw a surging crowd, all pushing towards the Shangmin district. It was very crazy. There is a high wall separating the upper civilian area and the civilian area. The gate in the middle is usually open, but now it is tightly closed. The people in the civilian area were constantly BG on the gate at the entrance to the upper civilian area. Open the door. Open the door. Why do you have water to drink, but we don't? Open the door. After the water shortage crisis lasted for about a month, people in the civilian areas finally erupted. If everyone has no water to drink, they won't complain. But now, after a month, the college area and the upper civilian area always have drinking water, while people in the civilian area have to fight for more than 1,000 bottles of purified water every day. Isna Euro trademark tea, this bullying honest people. Although people in the college district initially promised to continue to provide purified water, they did not say that they would provide enough purified water. We provide 1,000 servings of purified water every day. Can you tell me whether this is a continuous supply? This unfair treatment finally made the people in the civilian area unable to bear it anymore, and they exploded today. Bang! Amid the excitement of the crowd, the door was finally broken open. The crowd rushed in, trying to rush into the Shangmin district and then into the college district. But at this moment, call out. Figures appeared on top of the high wall, looking down from a high position. Each of these people wore a mask and a pitch-black combat trench coat. They said nothing, and their whole bodies exuded a sense of murder. Hunter. There are only 10 hunters on the high wall. But he forced the thousands of people who were making trouble to stop. Exit Shangmin district, and anyone who takes another step forward will be killed. A cold voice sounded, like a dark sword cutting through everyone's heart. The crowd, which was still in a fierce quarrel at first, was finally calmed down by the cold breath of these 10 hunters. They retreated step by step and left the Shangmin district. There was deathly silence in the crowd. Each of the hunters is at least a 3rd-level superpower. Most of the people in the slums are 1st-level superpowers, and a few are 2nd-level superpowers. Facing predators, their instinctive fear makes them react the most basic way. So what if the hunters come? If there is no water to drink, we will die anyway. Today, we just want an explanation. The leader of the crowd was a bearded man, his eyes were filled with anger. Chi Hong did not completely shrink back due to the appearance of the hunter. Since he dared to take the lead in making trouble, he was ready to confront the hunters. When the bearded man finished speaking, a hunter flashed and appeared in front of him. Then, with a slight stroke of the short knife in his hand, the bearded man cut his throat without reacting at all. Cough. The bearded man's eyes suddenly widened, he covered his throat, and fell to the ground with a look of disbelief on his face. His throat made a gurgling sound from time to time, and a large amount of blood spread on the ground. The others were frightened and took a few steps back, not daring to say a word. If they were still furious just now, then now in the face of bloody death, no one dares to talk nonsense. Because hunters really know how to kill. You all know the rules of Higurashi City. Anyone who takes the lead in gathering a crowd to cause trouble or rush into a civilian area will be killed without mercy. The hunters' cold words, combined with the corpses on the ground, acted as a strong deterrent. It's because of Higurashi City that you have a place to stay. It's not because of you that Higurashi City exists. Quiet. Deathly silence. The fear of death permeated the crowd. This fear of facing death is more deeply rooted in people's hearts than the water shortage crisis. At this time, the talents from the college area slowly came to the city wall. The leader is Mu Kanghai, the dean of Rumo Academy. What's going on? It's such a big fuss. Looking at the corpse on the ground, Mu Kanghai frowned slightly and scolded the hunter who took action. What are you doing, killing people at every turn? The scolded hunter bowed his head and admitted his mistake without saying a word. Mu Kanghai only gave a superficial reprimand and did not continue on the matter of the hunter killing people. He looked at the others, coughed slightly, and said loudly, "Everyone, listen to me, I know your current predicament. The purification plant outside the city was attacked and destroyed by star beasts, causing a serious water shortage crisis in the city, leaving you with no water to drink. We have been working hard to find solutions during this period and have made great progress. Currently, we have applied for help from Setting Sun City and purchased a large amount of pure water, which will be shipped tomorrow. I promise that all of you will have water to drink tomorrow. In addition, we are already starting to build a new purification plant. It can be completed in as long as 1 month or as short as half a month. So, please be patient and bear it a little longer. Only by working together can we survive this water shortage crisis." Chapter 16. Mu Kanghai's words calmed the crowd. "In short, please believe me, I will definitely let you all drink pure water. Everyone should go away." He waved his hand, and the crowd moved slowly and gradually dispersed. This riot was resolved in this way. It is not known whether the crowd really gave up, but at least the appearance of the hunter and Mu Kanghai calmed the crowd down and they dared not cause trouble again. After watching them leave, Mu Kanghai said coldly to the captain of the hunters beside him, "Send a few more people to patrol the city during this period. I don't want to see this happen again. Also, send someone to take over from Kanyang City. There must be water transport back tomorrow." Mu Kanghai is the absolute ruler of Dusk City. Although people in the civilian area cannot attack Dusk City, but civilians also have their uses, and Dusk City still needs them. "Yes." The hunter captain responded in a low voice and led his men away. This time the riot was suppressed in this way. Su Yi witnessed the whole process from the street behind and saw with his own eyes the hunter's ruthless methods. Is the water shortage crisis in the city so serious? There will be water shipped in tomorrow, I don't know if it's true or not. He murmured, not paying much attention, and walked back towards home. The riots in the civilian areas had no effect on him. In today's world, ensuring the safety of yourself and those around you is the most important thing, and everything else is secondary. He had no shortage of water, so there was no need for him to mingle with the rioters. When he returned home, Su Yi found that Su Shangping had returned early today. "Dad, why are you back so early today? Is your restaurant closed again?" Su Shangping is a security guard and he can only come back when the restaurant is closed. "That's about it. Our restaurant has closed down," Su Shangping said calmly. "Bankrupt?" Su Yi was stunned for a moment. "In other words, Dad, you are unemployed." There is no such thing as unemployment for people with special powers, but it is very difficult for ordinary people like Su Shangping who do not have special powers to find a job. "What can I do? There is a water shortage in the city now. There is no water to drink. Restaurants have no water to cook. Our boss couldn't stand it anymore, so he closed the restaurant and ran away with his sister-in-law." Su Yi. "That's true. When everyone didn't even have water to drink, restaurants naturally had no water to cook. But it doesn't matter. Although I, your father, am unemployed, I have received a big order. If we do it well, we can make a lot of money." Su Shangping looked eager to try. "Son, do you want to come with me and do something big?" Su Yi's eyes widened immediately. "A big deal? What are you going to do, rob the reservoir in Shangmin district? What's the future of robbing a reservoir? We don't lack drinking water at home. Tomorrow, the college district will send people to Kanyang City to transport water. They are short of 2 water movers. It just so happens that I have a quota, so I can take you with me." Su Shangping said. "Can you still get a spot on the water transport team?" Su Yi was surprised. If he guessed correctly, the hunter should lead the team to transport water to Kanyang City tomorrow. How could a team of this level allow Su Shangping, who has no special abilities, to join? Hehe, don't underestimate your dad. I haven't been a security guard in Rimu City for 20 years for nothing. I have a lot of connections. I even know Mu Kanghai, the dean of Rimu College." Su Shangping looked proud. "Tisk, who in the whole Rimu City doesn't know Dean Mu? Anyway, don't worry about it. Just decide whether you want to go or not. You'll get $1,000 for each trip. So much. You can get paid for helping to carry water. Money is a good thing, it can buy many things. The general selling price of a first level, 1-star core is 50 yuan. In other words, if he went, he could get enough money to buy 20-star cores. Go, with so much money, I must go. Only a fool doesn't want money. Okay, then remember to get up early tomorrow. Trigger mission, escort water transport task reward, 1000 energy points body strengthener *2. The system suddenly triggered the task, causing Su Yi's eyes to light up. 1000 energy points and 2 bottles of body enhancers, that's a lot of rewards. However, the larger the reward, the more difficult the task will be. Transporting water tomorrow will definitely not be easy. Su Yi made a reasonable inference. But with such a good reward, he had no reason not to go. Euro trademark S difficult. If Euro trademark S difficult. As the saying goes, fortune and honor are achieved through risk. Young people just want to seek excitement. That night, Su Yi had a good rest and made adequate preparations. He got up at 6 o'clock the next morning. After breakfast, the two walked out of the city together. The water-carrying team was already waiting at the city gate. They were not too late because the team was scheduled to set out at 7 in the morning. Old Lu, you guys came so early. As soon as he arrived at the water transport team, Su Shangping walked up to them warmly and greeted the teacher from the college who was leading the team. Su Yi recognized him. That teacher was the one who had attended the awakening ceremony. A middle-aged man with Mediterranean features, wearing a black jacket and a slightly plump figure, his name is Lu Xingai. Well, we just arrived too, and there are others who haven't arrived yet. Have you had breakfast? Would you like some buns? Su Shangping took out a few hot buns from his arms warmly. Lu Xingai didn't hesitate and picked one up and started eating it. Lu Xingai is a teacher in the college area, and Su Shangping is from the civilian area. Su Yi was quite surprised that the two of them were so familiar with each other. No wonder Su Shangping was able to get the quota. By the way, this is my son, Su Yi. Su Shangping did not forget to introduce Su Yi who was standing beside him. Su Yi, I remember that at the awakening ceremony, you were the only one without superpowers. Lu Xingai looked at Su Yi. But I heard from old Su that you have learned some physical skills now, and you can also deal with star beasts, which is not bad. I was just lucky. I was able to deal with some low-level star beasts by accident. Su Yi replied politely. He didn't expect that Su Shangping actually told others that he could use physical skills to kill star beasts. By the way, old Lu, doesn't your academy also have books on physical training? Can you get one or two for my son to learn? Su Shangping said. That's no problem. Next time I have time, I'll get 2 copies for you. Lu Xingai agreed readily. Regardless of whether what he said is true or false. Judging from his reaction, it's surprising that Su Shangping and Lu Xingai seem so familiar with each other. It seems that these 20 years of working as a security guard have not been in vain. Soon, the rest of the transport team arrived. In addition to the team leader Lu Xingai, Su Shangping, and Su Yi who were carrying water, there were 4 hunters traveling with them. There are 7 people in total. Everyone is here, let's go. Lu Xingai waved his hand, and the group got on the college's car and headed towards Canyang City. Chapter 17. Canyang City is 10 kilometers away from Rumua City. 10 kilometers, if you just consider the distance, is not far. But on the way, you have to pass through the rotten star forest, where there will be a large number of star beasts along the way. This is the most dangerous place. However, there are 4 hunters in the water transport team, so there is no need to be afraid of the star beasts in the rotten star forest. 3 trucks were moving forward one after the other. Su Yi and Su Shangping sat in the back of the truck, looking at the forest passing by outside. I haven't been out of the city for many years, and I didn't expect the roads to still be like this, Su Shangping said with emotion. Su Yi didn't know when he had left the city. As far as I can remember, Su Shangping has always stayed in Dusk City as a security guard and has never left the city. Without superpowers, he naturally has no ability to leave the city. Su Yi didn't say a word along the way and followed the convoy silently. Along the way, they encountered many attacks from star beasts. But most of the star beasts in the corrupted star forest are first level. For the water transport team escorted by hunters with 3rd level superpowers, killing these star beasts is like killing chickens. They can be killed by any superpower. Along the way, the water transport team did not encounter any special difficulties or powerful star beasts. Half an hour later, the convoy arrived at Canyang City, a city protected by high walls, like a sleeping giant. Canyang City and Rumua City are of the same size and strength, and both have a 5th level psychic in charge. Who is it? The guard at the city gate, seeing how large their convoy was, immediately stepped forward to inquire. They don't ask too many questions about normal people entering and leaving the city. But the water transport team's goal was too big, so they had to ask. We are from Rumua City and come to buy water. Lu Xingai took the initiative to show the application form issued by Rumua College. The guard took a quick look at the application, verified it and let me pass after finding no problems. Obviously, Canyang City has also greeted the guards. Moreover, major cities allow other people to buy water, which is a normal behavior. After being allowed to pass, the convoy successfully entered Canyang City. The layout of the bustling streets is a little different from that of Dusk City, but overall it is divided into the college area, the upper class area, and the civilian area. The management methods of every city are similar. Because before the end of the world, these cities were all under the management of the same country. But as the end of the world deepens, many countries can no longer maintain management and order collapses. Until now, most cities are self-managed and there is no unified leadership. However, most of the management methods of these cities are still the same as before. Rumua City had already communicated with Canyang City in advance and agreed on the location to buy water. The convoy had a clear destination and headed straight for the water purchasing point in Canyang City. Soon, the convoy stopped in front of a water plant called Very Delicious. Teacher Lu, you are here. The shop owner was a middle-aged man who had been waiting at the door. As soon as he saw Lu Xingai get off the car, he immediately greeted him with a smile. Lao Su, is the water ready? It's been prepared long ago. 1,000 barrels of purified water, you can't go wrong. Ba Su said with a smile. Okay, then let your people start helping to load the truck. Okay, come on, load the car. The people from Higurashi College and the water plant had already made arrangements in advance, and a large amount of purified water was waiting to be loaded onto trucks inside the factory. Soon, 7 or 8 people came out and started carrying bucket after bucket of purified water into the car. Boss Su welcomed Lu Xinggai and others into the store. Su Yi wanted to follow him in, but was stopped by Su Shangping. What are you doing? Have you forgotten that we are here to help carry water? Let's get to work. Oh. Su Yi finally reacted. Together with Su Shangping, he joined the water-carrying team and loaded bucket after bucket of purified water into the truck. 1,000 barrels of pure water, 10 people move it, very quickly. In less than half an hour, everything was moved up and filled 3 large trucks. Su Shangping was sweating profusely from exhaustion, but Su Yi didn't even break a sweat. With his current physical condition, moving this little water was a piece of cake. Good boy, you don't even sweat. It seems that your physical fitness has indeed improved a lot. Su Shangping said breathlessly. Of course I am. I have abdominal muscles. Tisk, who doesn't have abdominal muscles? Su Shangping said disdainfully. The water has been moved, and the next step is to settle the bill. But settling the bill was Lu Xinggai's business and had nothing to do with them. Just as Su Yi and Su Shangping were resting on the side, a girl came over with 2 glasses of water. The girl was dressed simply, wearing a blue apron with sleeves, and it was obvious that she was working here. The girl was very beautiful, with bright eyes, white teeth, and long curly eyelashes. Although there was a little dust on her face, it could not conceal her delicate skin, and her beautiful and graceful appearance. But what is most attractive is her eyes, which are bright and clean, and as shining as the stars in the sky. Uncle, have a drink of water. The girl handed Su Shangping a glass of water and then walked towards Su Yi. When she saw Su Yi's appearance, the girl's expression was obviously moved, and a hint of imperceptible panic flashed in her eyes. But she remained calm and handed the water in her hand over. Have a drink of water. Su Yi took the water and suddenly whispered, Yunqiu. The girl paused slightly, obviously reacting. So it really is you. Su Yi raised his eyebrows and said with a smile. Yunqiu carefully looked at the other people around him, and then asked in a low voice, how, did you know it was mine? She clearly didn't take off her mask last time so Su Yi could see her appearance. Your eyes. Your eyes are the most beautiful I have ever seen. I remember them after just one look. The girl blushed slightly when she was praised for no apparent reason. Yunqiu whispered, anyway, I will definitely give you the star core I owe you, just give me some time. She looks so cautious that it makes people want to bully her. However, Su Yi still refrained from teasing her and said, don't worry, I'm here to buy water, not to collect debts. He also didn't expect Yunqiu to be here. But eat a Euro trademark S good this way, next time I a Euro trademark LL no to come here to collect the debt. Hearing his words, Yunqiu breathed a sigh of relief. Then I'm leaving. She left in small steps, fearing that she would be discovered. Su Yi was drinking water on the side. Su Shangping suddenly came up to him mysteriously, looked at Yunqiu's departing back, and asked, son, that was your girlfriend just now? Puff. Su Yi sprayed a mouthful of water on his face. Hey! How can you waste water like this? Don't you know that water is precious nowadays? You were the first to say something shocking. Su Yi couldn't understand Su Shangping's train of thought, so he explained casually. I just happen to know her, and she still owes me money, that's all. Oh. Su Shangping nodded in sudden realization. The fate of many people starts from small things. You can use the excuse of owing money to lure her back to be your wife. Son, Dad is counting on you. Su Yi. Roll. Chapter 18. After filling up the water and settling the bill, Lu Xinggai didn't say anything more and immediately started his journey back. Although he had a very pleasant chat with the shop owner, he was very clear about how important his mission was. These 3 truckloads of water are crucial supplies to alleviate the riots in Dusk City and must be delivered back on time and safely. Soon, the convoy left Kanyang City and began to return along the same route. 3 full truckloads of water would probably only be enough for everyone in the civilian area to drink for 2 days, Su Shangping said with emotion. It's good to have something to drink. Su Yi turned his head to look at the scenery outside the window. It was not beautiful. In a world corroded by the rotten star element, both animals and plants have lost their original appearance, leaving only corruption. However, Su Yi was still looking forward to returning to the city as soon as possible. It's not because he will have water to drink after returning to the city, but because by returning to the city, his escort mission is completed and he can get a system reward. Isn't such a simple task just a free gift? But it turns out that the safer you feel, the less safe you are. Boom. Just as the convoy was moving forward, a huge explosion suddenly came from the front. Immediately afterwards, huge trees fell down one after another, blocking the convoy's path, forcing the driver to slam on the brakes to stop. Almost at the same time, 4 hunters in the team appeared on the roof of the car, so they could clearly observe the surrounding situation. Soon, a large group of people rushed out from the jungles on both sides and surrounded the convoy. There were about 20 people in this group, wearing strange clothes, including men and women, old and young. But they all had the same mark on their foreheads, a euro half of a bloody 5-pointed star. The remaining stars. Seeing the patterns on these people's foreheads, Lu Xinggai frowned slightly. Damn it. It's actually the Kangxing clan. Su Shangping quickly retracted his head from the window. Su Yi was also a little surprised. The Kangxing clan is an organization independent of major cities. They set up their own camps, roamed between major cities, and specialized in robbing various supplies. Among the remaining stars, most are extremely vicious, cruel, and decisive in killing. Some of them used to be residents of the city, but were forced to flee because they violated the city's order. There are also some people who voluntarily defected from the city and joined the Kangxing clan. The philosophy of the Kangxing clan is also very simple, they destroy whatever the major cities pursue. After all, bad people don't need a reason to do bad things, they just do what they want. The main theme is arrogance. Of course, the remaining stars will also face a water shortage crisis. So, they come to rob now. You are so brave that you even dare to rob our Rumu Academy's convoy. Lu Xinggai frowned and said in a cold voice. What a coincidence. We came here to rob you because you are from Higurashi Academy. If it was any other convoy, we would have robbed it as well. The leader of the Kangxing group was a bald, one-eyed man with a 9-ring broadsword on his shoulder, exuding a murderous aura. Who was I thinking? It turns out to be the notorious Wang Tianba, known as the one-eyed Tyrannosaurus Rex. No wonder he robbed our water transport team. Lu Xinggai recognized the one-eyed man. Wang Tianba, the betrayer of Dusk City. Lu Xinggai, stop talking nonsense, leave the water behind and you can go. Wang Tianba said coldly. Just you, a level 3, 4-star, plus these level 2 psychics. But we have more people. You only have 4 hunters, and with you, there are at most 5 level 3 2-star esper. And we have 20 people, 4 against 1. Do you have a chance of winning? The Kangxing people took the initiative to ambush, and they had obviously calculated the strength of the convoy. Lu Xinggai was silent. Brothers, go ahead and kill them. Wang Tianba was too lazy to talk nonsense. He swung his sword and the crowd immediately rushed forward. The 4 hunters in the convoy didn't say anything and immediately joined the battle. Among them, Wang Tianba, relying on his 3rd level, 4-star strength, blocked 2 3rd level, 2-star hunters. The remaining 2 hunters, plus Lu Xinggai, will have to face a total of 20 2nd level mutants. The advantage in numbers can make up for the gap in strength. Fight, break out. Damn it, the fight is about to start. Su Shangping hid in the car and refused to come out. But Su Yi couldn't sit still and wanted to go out to help. Because if the water is taken away, his mission will not be completed. Su Shangping, who was standing by, saw that he wanted to go out and quickly pulled him back. What do you want? I'm going out to help. Su Shangping immediately shouted, you are a 1st level 4-star, why are you going out to help? Besides, we charge for carrying water, not for guarding. Do you want to work for free? It has to be said that Su Shangping's words always hit the mark. If it were a normal situation, Su Yi would definitely listen to him. But now, I have a mission to accomplish and I have no choice. For his mission, he must take action. If the hunters lose, we will be killed too. Just as the father and son were arguing, Su Shangping's car door was suddenly opened violently. A 2nd level, 1-star remnant star swung a broadsword and slashed in. Dad, be careful. Su Yi supported himself on the seat with both hands, turned around and kicked the man out. Dad, be careful. Su Yi got out of the car smoothly and closed the door. You'd better be careful. Su Shangping shouted. Outside the car, the 4 hunters and Lu Xinggai were entangled. 4 or 5 more remnants of the star group broke free and were approaching the truck. Su Yi twisted his neck and without saying a word, he directly activated the state. At the same time, he crossed his hands in front of his forehead, veins bulging slightly. 8 gates of ninjutsu, 1st gate, open. 2nd rest gate, open, boom. An astonishing momentum rose into the sky. Facing several 2nd level psychics, Su Yi did not dare to be careless and went all out. Those 2nd level 1-star psychics originally looked down on Su Yi. But they were shocked by the astonishing aura that erupted from Su Yi. What a strong force. Keep your distance first and see what type of psychic he is. Several members of the Kangxing clan also had a plan and did not act rashly. It's always better to be cautious before you know the other party's abilities. Want to know what my special ability is? Then I will tell you openly that my special ability is, I have no special ability. The moment he finished speaking, Su Yi's body turned into a shadow and shot out. After opening the 2nd gate of the 8 gates of Dunjia and activating the lightning gate, his combat power has now reached the 2nd level, 3 stars. Attack, speed and defense are all greatly improved. Before those 2nd level 1-star remnant stars could react, Su Yi appeared behind someone. Then, he hugged the man's waist and threw him down. Thunder Me Bomb. Chapter 19. Thunder Me Bomb. Su Yi grabbed a man by the waist and threw him to the ground. Boom, a euro. Strong lightning splashed, and a huge deep pit was instantly created on the ground. The man caught by Su Yi fell half into the ground and died on the spot. The remaining 3 remnant stars were all shocked, and for a moment they didn't know whether they should take action. This power is too terrifying. How dare you be in a daze in front of me? After dealing with the first person, Su Yi disappeared from the spot and instantly appeared in front of the second person. He slashed at him with a hand knife wrapped in violent lightning. The level of thunder and lightning, a euro crack, a euro bang. The man's neck was chopped off on the spot and his body rolled out like a ball. What a fast speed, retreat quickly. The last 2 remaining stars panicked and became timid. They didn't dare to face Su Yi and turned around to run away. But now that you're here, you still want to run away? Hey, you want to escape? The activation of 8 gates of ninjutsu and lightning release gave Su Yi extremely fast speed. He instantly appeared in front of a Kangxing clan member and kicked him accurately in the chin, kicking him into the air. Then, Su Yi followed him one step faster, tied him up tightly with 2 bandages in his hands, and then held him, and crashed him headfirst into the last of the remaining stars on the ground. Listen to the lotus. The remaining star on the ground watched Su Yi rush down with a man tied up, unable to dodge at all. Boom. The air was filled with smoke and dust. The so-called law of there is smoke but no harm does not apply to Su Yi. The 2 remaining stars died instantly. Call. Killing 4 second level 1 star remnants in a row was also a huge drain on Su Yi. The higher the burst of the 8 gates, the greater the load, which is inevitable. The battle on Su Yi's side also attracted the attention of others. Isn't that guy a non-essentialist? He actually killed 4 people by himself. There was surprise in Wang Tianba's eyes. He calculated this action perfectly. They entangled Lu Xinggai and the 4 hunters, and the remaining few people went to grab water. But they had planned everything, but they had never expected that Su Yi, a person without superpowers, could kill all 4 of the Kangxing people. Once those few remaining stars died, they had no extra manpower to grab water. Moreover, if Su Yi joins the battle here, they will go from being in a balanced position to being at a disadvantage and fall into crisis. Damn it, retreat. After thinking quickly for a moment, Wang Tianba decisively gave the order to retreat. The opportunity is gone. If they continue fighting, they will not gain any advantage. When the other remaining members of the remnant star clan heard this, they all began to fight and retreat, evacuating the battlefield. Lu Xinggai and his companions did not chase after him. Protecting water sources is the most important thing. Besides, they didn't suffer any loss, so there's no point in pursuing a desperate enemy. Son, are you okay? Su Shangping got out of the car and looked Su Yi up and down anxiously. Su Yi shook his head, and then saw Lu Xinggai walking towards him. Su Yi, how did you do it? You actually killed 4 second level 1 star psychics. Lu Xinggai was surprised. He originally thought that this mission would fail. Unexpectedly, Su Yi saved the situation in the end. I just know a little bit of fighting. Su Yi said modestly. You are more than just a little bit of boxing. No wonder old Su brought you up here. It seems that we were all wrong during the awakening ceremony that day. Lu Xinggai looked approving. Have you awakened a new ability, or are you just relying on physical skills? I don't have any special abilities, just physical skills. It's amazing that you can have such strength just by relying on physical skills. Lu Xinggai exclaimed in admiration. Because the surprise Su Yi gave him was really too big. When I return this time, I will tell the dean about your contribution. Thank you, Mr. Lu. Well, let's go on. Lu Xinggai reorganized the convoy, moved the trees blocking the road, and continued driving back to Dusk City. The rest of the journey was much safer. Occasionally there would be star beasts causing trouble, but they were not serious problems. Soon, the convoy successfully returned to Dusk City. When 3 large trucks loaded with thousands of barrels of purified water entered the city, the entire civilian area of A Dusk City was in an uproar. Countless people gathered around, looking at the buckets of pure water with shining eyes. However, none of them rushed forward directly because there were 4 hunters in charge of the convoy. Soon, the convoy arrived at the water plant in the civilian area. Lu Xinggai handed over 3 truckloads of water to the people at the water plant for sale, and clearly stated that each person was limited to purchasing 1 barrel, and that they must ensure that everyone had water to drink. For a moment, the entire civilian area cheered. Old Su, this is your reward. Lu Xinggai handed 2,000 yuan to Su Shangping. Su Shangping roughly counted them and immediately smiled. Thanks, Lao Lu. Why are you saying all this? And this time it's all thanks to your son's help. You have a good son. Lu Xinggai said. Of course. Su Shangping said proudly. The 2 sides parted ways and went back to their own homes. Ding. Mission completed, Escort Water Transport Task Reward, 1000 Energy Points Body Strengthener *2 Mission accomplished, Reward received. Su Yi immediately used up the 2 bottles of body enhancers. Successfully used body enhancer *2, Physical Development Level plus 20%. Current Physical Fitness Level, 120% Next stage, when the physical development reaches 130%, the 3rd gate of the 8 Gates of Dunjia can be opened. Only 10% left to open the 3rd door. Unfortunately, I don't have any energy points now. I have to wait a while. Su Yi was not in a hurry. Now that his physical development has increased by 20%, his strength will increase a little. As for the 3rd gate of the 8 gates, you can take your time. Higurashi Academy. Dean's office. Dean, the water has been successfully transported back and is being sold in the civilian area. It should be able to make them behave themselves in a short period of time. Lu Xinggai reported today's events to Mu Kanghai. Mu Kanghai nodded. Well, that's fine. Remember to prepare for the purification plant later. The star transforming grass is already prepared. Yes. After finishing the report, Lu Xinggai did not leave immediately. Anything else? Dean, we also discovered something very special during this water transportation. Do you still remember Su Yi, who did not awaken his superpowers at the awakening ceremony? Lu Xinggai said. Su Yi, is he the son of Su Shangping? Right. What happened to him? Today we discovered that Su Yi has practiced physical skills and is quite powerful. He can already deal with the 2nd level 1 star remnant stars. Lu Xinggai said. Oh? Are you practicing physical skills? Mu Kanghai seemed to be thinking about something. It seems that a good father will have a good son. Chapter 20. The purified water transported back from Kanyang City successfully provided drinking water to the people in the civilian area of A Dusk City. Afterwards, Higurashi College officially began to rebuild the purification plant, and this time the water shortage crisis has basically been resolved. Everyone started to return to normal life. Rotten Star Forest. The level of thunder and lightning. Thunder me bomb. Take my punch. Crows take a plane. The monkey stole the peaches. Powerful shouts rang out in the forest, and every word meant that a star beast would suffer. Suyi took out star cores one after another. The corpses of the star beasts nearby were almost piling up into a mountain. System, sell all star cores. There are 15 first order 1 star cores, 10 first order 2 star cores, 4 first order 3 star cores, 11 first order 4 star cores, and 5 first order 5 star cores. €, total price, 5,800 energy points. Current balance, 8,000 energy points. Okay, I finally saved enough energy points. Suyi excitedly opened the system store. Purchase the 5th bottle of body enhancer. 5th bottle of body enhancer, price, 5,000 energy points. Deduct 5,000 energy points. Get body enhancer *1. Use body enhancers. Use body enhancer *1. Physical development degree plus 10%. Physical development has reached 130%, successfully opening the 8 Gates of Dunjia. The 3rd gate of the Gate of Life. Finally, the 3rd gate has been opened. There are still 3,000 energy points left, so let's buy the lotus flower that goes with the Shenman. Deduct 3,000 energy points and obtain a physical technique, lotus flower trademark. 8,000 energy points were used up in an instant. Suyi felt as if he had never had this money. Sure enough, you spend money like water. I wish you could give me 1.8 million energy points someday. He looked at the expensive and powerful physical skills in the system store and shed tears of envy. He suddenly had an idea. It would be great if a rich woman took a fancy to him and gave him 100 or 80 high-level star cores every month. From now on, you can just give up. No, you have to cheer up. The road of cultivation is long and arduous, and you must never give up. Shaking his head to get rid of the thought that corroded his will, Suyi regrouped and continued to go deeper into the corrupted star forest to search for star beasts. I don't trademark T know if Ida trademark S because he killed too many star beasts around him, or because other star beasts sensed the bloody aura on him. Suyi walked around and didn't encounter any star beasts. It's really strange, where have all the star beasts gone? Just as he was looking around for the star beast, a white shadow suddenly appeared in the grass in front of him. Suyi's eyes lit up. Could it be the rotten star rabbit? He approached quietly, then suddenly jumped up and was about to punch him. No matter what kind of star beast it is, give it a punch first. But at this moment, the figure in the bushes was startled and stepped back, revealing a pair of frightened eyes like a little rabbit. Suyi's fist stopped abruptly in front of her. Yunjiu. This is not a rabbit, it's clearly a person. And it was Yunjiu. Suyi. Yunjiu was frightened and her face turned pale. It took her a while to recover. You scared me to death. Her heart is still pounding. Just now she thought that some star beast had attacked her. Who told you to hide in the bushes? I thought it was a rotten star rabbit. Suyi put away his fist. By the way, you're not working at your water plant, why are you sneaking here alone? What do you mean by sneaking around? I'm lying in ambush, okay. The girl curled her lips, looking somewhat disgusted with Suyi's words, with a somewhat aggrieved tone. Besides, I still owe you a few star cores, otherwise I wouldn't be here. Yunjiu looked so aggrieved and resentful that Suyi couldn't help but want to tease her. So how many star cores have you saved up now? It's been so long, if you don't pay it back, you'll have to pay interest. As expected, her beautiful eyes widened, just a few star cores, and you're still charging interest. Of course, otherwise you would think I'm a philanthropist. Yunjiu wrinkled her nose, rummaged in her bag for a few times, and then took out 4 star cores. Here, there are 4 of them. I am still short of 1. I will definitely return it to you today. So you already have 4. I underestimated you. Suyi took the star core. By the way, why don't you pretend to be a hunter this time? The girl who said this blushed in embarrassment and whispered, last time it was an accident. Do you think I was pretending? She suddenly felt that the person in front of her was very annoying and wanted to bully her. Okay, I won't talk to you anymore. I still have to go find the star beast. Having said that, Yunjiu turned around and was about to leave. Suddenly, Suyi grabbed her hand and pulled it back hard. Yunjiu was completely unprepared, and her soft body suddenly crashed into Suyi's arms. What are you doing? Just as she said this, an icicle flew past her and stuck into a nearby tree. If Suyi hadn't pulled her back just now, this blow would have hit her head directly. Invisible fear suddenly spread in Yunjiu's heart. And this is just the beginning. Call out. Dense icicles shot from the front, directly hitting the 2 of them. Suyi hugged Yunjiu and rolled over to hide behind a rock. Bang bang bang. The ice spikes hit the rocks, making a dull sound. What's wrong? Yunjiu was still in shock and her heart was pounding. It's clear that we were ambushed. Suyi was very calm. He carefully leaned his head out and looked through the gap between the rocks and trees. Soon, he saw the murderer who attacked Thema not a star beast, but a human. Boy, stop hiding and come out to die. This voice sounds a little familiar. Su Yi quickly saw the person who was speaking, Gairo, a bald, one-eyed man. The remaining stars, Wang Tianba. Why is it this guy? Su Yi was shocked. Wang Tianba robbed their water transport team a few days ago, and now he's here again? And it seems that Wang Tianba is here either to rob or to look for him. Boy, you've ruined our plans. Today I'm going to let you know what the consequences will be if you go against us, the Kangxing people. Wang Tianba's voice was filled with anger. Trigger mission, escape from death, a Euro task content. Oh. Young man, do you see that level 3, 4-star bald guy outside? He can smash your head to pieces with one slap. So, run away, a Euro task reward, 10,000 energy points, refresh the lucky draw wheel. Chapter 21. Su Yi looked at the tasks issued by the system, and for a moment he didn't know whether to cry or laugh. 10,000 energy points. This was the first time the system had been so generous in giving him so many rewards. Of course, the difficulty of the mission itself is also quite impressive, a 3rd level, 4-star psychic. Su Yi doesn't know how he can beat him. Is this person here to seek revenge on you? Yunqiu, who was standing aside, suddenly looked a little strange when she heard what Wang Tianba said. Su Yi. He knew that this guy must feel that he was implicated by Su Yi. Hey, I want to discuss something with you. Su Yi shouted. I'm not called hello. I can change my name but not my surname. I'm Wang Tianba. Why do you insist on this kind of thing? I have no objection to you coming to seek revenge on me, but I have an innocent person here. Let her go, how about we have a real fight between men? Su Yi said. He didn't think he was a good person, but it was not good to implicate Yunqiu for no reason. After all, Yunqiu didn't do anything wrong, but was dragged into this inexplicably. No. Unexpectedly, Wang Tianba directly refused. Killing one is killing two is killing, of course I have to kill to silence them. What kind of logic is this? You are a bad person. Whether there are witnesses or not does not affect your image. Why do you have to kill everyone? You also said that I am a bad person. If a bad person doesn't do bad things, can he still be called a bad person? Su Yi. Wow, for a moment he actually felt that what Wang Tianba said made a lot of sense. Bad people are just going to do bad things. Can someone who does good things be called a bad person? Stop hiding, come out. Wang Tianba swung the big knife in his hand, cutting out a ray of cold air, which turned into an ice blade and split the huge rock where Su Yi and the other man were hiding. There is no choice but to face it. I say, you are a 3rd level 4-star, and you bully me, a 1st level 4-star. Don't you feel embarrassed? Su Yi can only think of ways to delay time. I'm here for revenge, not to compete. There's no such thing as fairness. Wang Tianba was not in a hurry to take action. He knew Su Yi wanted to delay time. But it was useless. No one would come to rescue him even if he delayed. Since you want revenge, it was clearly the hunters from Higurashi Academy who stopped your plan. Why don't you seek revenge on them instead of coming to me? Su Yi said as he quickly looked around for a way to escape. Nonsense. If I could beat them, I would have done it a long time ago. You're the softest one, and you're the weakest. What Wang Tianba said made so much sense that Su Yi couldn't refute it. This guy has a clear mind. Okay, I've said everything I need to say. Get ready to die. Wang Tianba held a big knife in his hand, and cold air covered the blade, adding ice damage. Seeing that Wang Tianba was about to take action, Su Yi's nerves immediately tensed up. He turned around and whispered to Yunqiu, when the fight starts, run quickly and don't look back, understand? Yunqiu nodded, looking nervous. 8 Gates of Ninjutsu, 1st gate, open. 2nd rest gate, open. The 3rd life gate, open. Su Yi opened 3 doors in succession, and green energy emanated from his body. His aura soared directly from level 1, 4 stars, to level 2, 4 stars. It's not over yet, activate the lightning release, start. The power of thunder and lightning flowed through his body, causing Su Yi's strength to soar again. Level 2 5 stars. Level 3, 1 star. His strength reached level 3 and 1 star in a short period of time. Astonishing force surged into the sky, shocking the mountains and forests. Wang Tianba couldn't help but raise his eyebrows, with a look of surprise on his face. You can actually increase your strength so much in a short period of time, no wonder you can ruin my good deeds. From level 1, 4 stars, directly soaring to level 3, 1 star, this was the first time Wang Tianba had encountered such an astonishing improvement. Even if it was improved in a short period of time, it was still very terrifying. Su Yi didn't know whether he could beat Wang Tianba. But now that things have come to this, no matter whether he can win or not, just do it. Bang! He fell to the ground and kicked it hard, causing the ground to crack. Call out! Su Yi disappeared from the spot in an instant. The speed was so fast that Wang Tianba was shocked again. What a fast speed! The next moment, Su Yi appeared behind him, his palm condensed with lightning, and turned into a hand knife to chop towards Wang Tianba's neck. The level of thunder and lightning. There is an absolute gap in strength between psychics of different levels. But in the case of the same level but different stars, although there is a big gap in the strength of both sides, it does not mean that the one with the lower level has no chance at all. With the 8 gates and lightning release activated, if this attack can hit directly, even if Wang Tianba is a 3rd level 4th star, he will be crippled if not killed. But, when? At the critical moment, Wang Tianba pulled back the sword and blocked it in front of him. The broadsword covered with frost is incredibly hard. Su Yi's attack only pushed Wang Tianba back a few steps, and he didn't even break the sword. What a strong force! Wang Tianba was also shocked. Su Yi's strength was much stronger than he had imagined. But you no longer have a chance. He decisively held the broadsword across his body, slashing out a ray of cold air. Wherever the sword passed, countless thick trees were cut off, and the cuts were immediately covered with a layer of frost. Su Yi's pupils suddenly shrank, and he decisively condensed lightning on his palm again and struck out. Bang! The collision between cold air and lightning was successfully resolved. But Su Yi's palms were also covered with a layer of cold air, freezing him to the bone. What a strong cold air! He quickly shattered the frost on his hands and glanced around quickly. Yunqiu has disappeared, it seems that she has run away. Then there is nothing to worry about. Euro, come again, Euro! Su Yi roared and rushed towards Wang Tianba at full speed. Don't even think about getting close. Wang Tianba slashed out several huge ice blades in a row, trying to stop Su Yi from moving forward, but he dodged them one by one. Front on attack? Or, from the side, from behind? Wang Tianba stared at Su Yi's figure closely. Seeing Su Yi suddenly flash to the left, he immediately turned his attention to the left. Attack from the left first. He saw Su Yi appear on the left. But just as Wang Tianba was about to swing his knife, Su Yi's figure disappeared again and appeared in front of him. What? Su Yi's speed was so fast that Wang Tianba's pupil shrank. It was too late for him to react at this time. Bang! Su Yi kicked him in the chin and sent him flying into the sky. Immediately afterwards, Su Yi appeared around Wang Tianba many times at absolute speed, kicking him around like a ball. Finally, he threw out a bandage to tie up Wang Tianba, pulled him towards himself, and then kicked Wang Tianba with all his strength, releasing all the strength in his body. Lilianhua. Chapter 22. Lilianhua. With the last kick, Su Yi released all his strength. Wang Tianba suddenly shot towards the ground like a cannonball, instantly creating a huge deep pit. Call. After completing this set of combos, Su Yi was also extremely exhausted. He was breathing slightly and looking at the deep pit filled with smoke and dust. After this move, Wang Tianba would at least be severely disabled, right? But soon, a figure slowly stood up from the deep pit. Good boy, you actually have such strong power. If I didn't have something, I would have almost flipped over. Wang Tianba's aura also weakened a lot. With a crack, a layer of ice armor shattered from his body and fell off. If it weren't for this layer of ice armor, he might have been in real trouble. It seems like you don't have the energy to perform a second set of combos now, right? Now it's my turn. Wang Tianba held up the big knife and gently drew a circle in front of him. A huge ice cone appeared out of thin air and aimed at Su Yi. Goodbye, young man. Just as Wang Tianba was about to deliver the final blow. Suddenly, a huge silver-white magic circle appeared above him and turned into a huge pillar of light, trapping Wang Tianba inside. Su Yi, take action now. A voice came from the side. It was Yunqiu. She hasn't left yet. This is a galactic power. Feeling the powerful force of the magic circle, Wang Tianba's face changed suddenly. He gritted his teeth and used his last bit of strength to shoot a huge ice cone at Su Yi. Su Yi took a deep breath and stared at the ice cone. At the last moment, he tried his best to burst out his last bit of speed, moved quickly, dodged the attack, and rushed towards Wang Tianba at full speed. Wang Tianba was bound by Yunqiu's formation and was unable to break free for a while. Su Yi successfully came behind him, took a firm horse stance, grabbed Wang Tianba's waist with both hands, and threw him 360 degrees. Thunder me bomb, boom. A large amount of lightning gathered together and then exploded instantly, with a power comparable to that of a bomb. Wang Tianba was blown unconscious on the spot and didn't know whether he was dead or alive. Su Yi sat down on the ground, gasping for breath. These few moves drained all the energy from his body. Su Yi, are you okay? Yunqiu trotted over, her face full of concern. It's okay, I'm not going to die. Didn't I tell you to run away? Why are you back? Yunqiu's Euro trademark S appearance was the most unexpected thing for Su Yi. If I hadn't come back, you would be lying on the ground now. The girl pouted slightly, as if blaming Su Yi for not being grateful. Yes, yes, you saved my life. Su Yi didn't have the energy to argue with her now. Wang Tianba lay on the ground motionless, and it was unknown whether he was dead or alive. But Su Yi knew that he was not dead yet, because the system did not prompt that the task was completed. I almost forgot to finish off the enemy. He picked up Wang Tianba's knife and stabbed it into Wang Tianba's heart without hesitation. One knife, penetrate. Blood is flowing. If he doesn't die, Su Yi will admire him. Euro complete the mission, escape from death. Euro get rewards, 10,000 energy points, the lottery wheel has been refreshed. Very good, mission accomplished, which means Wang Tianba is completely dead. 10,000 energy points. This huge sum of money made Su Yi feel pleasantly surprised. Make a fortune. But he was in no hurry to visit the system store. It's not advisable to stay here for a long time. Wang Tianba is dead, and there may be other people from the Broken Stars around. Let's leave quickly. He is currently in a period of weakness after using the 8 Gate Dunjia. If he encounters the Remnant Stars again, he will be in real trouble. But it turns out that when people are unlucky, they will encounter whatever they don't want to encounter. Before Wang Tianba came, he had already deployed people around to prevent Su Yi and others from escaping. Moreover, each of these remnant stars is a second-level superpower. With Su Yi's current state, 1 or 2 can still give it a try, but a dozen or so are no match at all. This damn Wang Tianba turns out to have a backup plan. Looking at the encirclement in front of me, I definitely won't be able to get out by walking directly. But suddenly, there they are. The person in front suddenly pointed to the grass where the two were hiding. Su Yi's expression changed, a person with sentient powers. They definitely didn't expose their vision, but the other party still found them. It means that the other party has perceptive powers. At the same time, someone over there also discovered Wang Tianba Euro trademark's body and shouted, "No, the boss is dead. Those two people are the murderers of the boss, catch them." All the remnant stars were alarmed and immediately surrounded the two of them. It's over now. A dozen or so of the remnant stars together are more difficult to deal with than Wang Tianba. There is no other way. It seems that we can only fight to the death. Su Yi gritted his teeth and planned to forcefully open the 8 Gate Dunjia again. Continuously opening the 8 doors Dunjia in a short period of time will exponentially increase the load on the body. But there is nothing we can do about it. 8 Gates Dunjia, the third life gate. Just when Su Yi was about to forcibly open the 8 Gate Dunjia, several figures suddenly appeared quickly in the jungle. With lightning speed, he shuttled among the remaining stars. In just 10 seconds, more than a dozen of the Ken stars had their throats cut and fell to the ground. Su Yi and Yunqiu were both stunned. And the figures who took action were all hunters from Higurashi Academy. Hunters? Why did they appear here? It's very dangerous here, please leave immediately. The leader of the hunter just left a cold word, and then disappeared with the others. Come in a hurry, go in a hurry. The whole process took less than 3 minutes. The hunters finished killing all the remnant stars and then disappeared. It's like they were never there. Su Yi and Yunqiu were both confused. This, who called for reinforcements? Yunqiu asked. How do I know? No matter, let's go. No matter who called for the reinforcements, let's leave here first. Higurashi Academy. Dean's office. Old Su, I asked someone to help solve your son's trouble this time. Do you owe me a favor? Mu Kanghai smiled and poured tea for the person opposite. The man's eyes widened. Last time my son helped your water transport team solve such a big trouble, you didn't even pay my son, so this time it's an even deal. Okay, it's even. Come on, let's go drink tea. Mu Kanghai said with a smile. Let's drink next time. I have to go back and cook for my son. He is the biggest source of income for our family now. We can't starve him. After saying that, Su Shangping stood up and left. Mu Kanghai just smiled and drank tea by himself. Chapter 23. After emerging from the rotten star forest safely, Su Yi and Yunqiu both felt a little scared. I didn't expect that there would be a hunter to help us in the end. Otherwise, we would have definitely died. Yunqiu is still very scared. It's safe now, you should go back quickly. You have helped me a lot this time, so you don't have to give me the star core that you owe me. Su Yi was generous for once. This time Yunqiu was completely implicated by him, fortunately she was not injured. Moreover, Yunqiu also helped him a lot in the process, otherwise Su Yi might not have been able to kill Wang Tianba. No, what I owe you is what I owe you. I will definitely save up the last star core and return it to you. Surprisingly, Yunqiu showed amazing persistence in this matter. Okay, as long as you like it. By the way, are you a galactic superpower? Su Yi remembered that during the battle with Wang Tianba, Yunqiu cast a formation to help him bind Lived with Wang Tianba. Yunqiu was only at the first level and 3 stars, yet she was able to restrain Wang Tianba. Even if it was a sneak attack, it was still surprising. Yet, Yunqiu nodded and admitted it. Awesome, it's actually a galaxy power, no wonder it's so strong. Su Yi admired sincerely. Galaxy superpowers are the most mysterious and powerful superpowers known to date. Currently, the superpowers of all superpower users are derived from the power of stars. Whether it is the elemental system, illusion system, beast taming system, beast transformation system, puppet system, etc., they are all transformed on the basis of star power. The star power inherited by these supernatural powers is only a small part, just like the star power that humans can withstand, there is an upper limit. If this limit is exceeded, one will be infected with star rot. The galaxy power is the power system with the highest degree of star power conversion known so far, without a doubt. Galaxy power can convert almost 70% of the star power, while ordinary power can only convert 30%. Therefore, galaxy powers are stronger than all other powers. At the same level, galaxy psychics are far stronger than psychics from other systems. No wonder Yunqiu dared to run around in the rotten star forest alone. However, the galaxy power also has a disadvantage, which is that it requires absorbing more star power and is more susceptible to star rot than ordinary people. Star rot disease is a manifestation of the loss of control of star power. The star power in the infected person's body will be completely corroded, causing irreparable damage. And up to now, humans have not yet developed a way to treat star rot. Once infected with star rot, the only outcome is death. It's okay. The galaxy is only slightly stronger than other systems, not as strong as imagined. Yunqiu's expression darkened a little. It seemed that for her, gaining galactic powers was not something to be happy about. Okay, it's getting late. I'll go back first. Bye. She waved to Su Yi and walked towards Canyang City. Su Yi also walked towards the direction of Dusk City. Son, you're back. The meal is ready. Come and have dinner. Su Shangping had already prepared dinner and was waiting for him. Su Yi washed his hands and went to eat. By the way, son, what did you gain today? Su Shangping started the conversation. It was quite dangerous today. I encountered the same group of remnants who robbed the water transport team last time and they came to cause trouble for me. Fortunately, the hunters from our Dusk Academy came to help me and I was able to escape. Su Yi said. That's fine. As long as everyone is okay in the end, that's fine. Su Shangping's reaction made Su Yi feel something was wrong. How could a father react so calmly when hearing that his son was in danger? Dad, do you know why those hunters came to save me? I know, because I asked Mu Kenghai to send them. When Su Shangping said this, it sounded like a very ordinary thing. But Su Yi sounded shocked. You asked Dean Mu to send someone to rescue me? How could you possibly ask Dean Mu to do that? Mu Kenghai, the Dean of Dusk College and the most powerful person in Dusk City. Su Shangping, a security guard in the civilian area of A Dusk City. A security guard asked a dean to rescue people? Why does this sound so weird? Su Shangping looked surprised. Do you think I, your father, have been a security guard for 20 years for nothing? Although I am now working as a security guard in the civilian area, my legend has been circulating among the security teams in both the college area and the upper civilian area. 20 whole years. My connections are terrifyingly strong. Whether you are a noble lady at home, a young girl in a secluded house, or a lonely young woman, who doesn't know me, Su Shangping. Back then, I helped Mu Kenghai guard the gate, and even blocked the door for Lao Wang next door. We had a good relationship. Son, you just need to remember that your dad is much more powerful than you think. Although Su Shangping looked very proud. But Su Yi always felt that there was something wrong with what he said. But one thing is certain, Su Shangping does have some skills. The fact that he was even able to join the water transport team last time shows that he does have some connection with Higurashi Academy. Dad, since you are so strong, why do we still live in a civilian area? Su Yi asked a soul-searching question. This. Su Shangping was choked for a moment. Forget it, eat quickly, just pretend I didn't say anything. He ate his meal in silence. Su Yi rolled his eyes at him and didn't ask any more questions. After dinner, Su Yi couldn't wait to go back to his room and lock the door. Of course, he didn't mean to do anything happy secretly. System, open the lottery wheel. After escaping safely from the hands of the Kangxing people, Su Yi has not yet used the reward he received. Now is the time to put it to use. Soon, the lottery wheel opened. The above rewards have all been refreshed. A euro ninjutsu, heavy flow euro ninjutsu, hell stab a euro body strengthener *3 a euro bloodline limit, dust release bloodline limit, Sharingan bloodline limit, Byakugan. When Su Yi saw the things on the lucky draw wheel, his eyes widened. Oh my god, the reward this time is so good. Each of these is a good thing. If you win, you will definitely not lose out. Smoke. Unless he has lost his mind, he won't smoke. System, draw a lottery. Deduct 500 energy points and conduct the first lottery. The pointer of the turntable began to move rapidly, and Su Yi watched nervously. Finally, the pointer slowly stopped. Body enhancer. Get body enhancer *3 earn. Big profit. No matter what you win, eat a euro trademark a huge profit. Go ahead, give me 3 consecutive draws. For the second draw, 2500 energy points will be deducted a euro. For the third draw, 4500 energy points will be deducted a euro. Fourth lottery, 6500 energy points deducted. Insufficient balance a euro. Su Yi only had more than 10,000 energy points, which was not enough for 4 draws. Then draw 2 more times, quick. Su Yi couldn't wait to see what the next 2 draws would be. 7,000 energy points will be deducted and 2 lotteries will be held a euro. As the pointer turned quickly, a golden light shone. Chapter 24. The 2 pointers on the lucky draw turntable spun very fast, and then with a flash of golden light, the pointers slowly stopped. Obtain ninjutsu, hell thrust. Obtain the bloodline limit, Sharingan. A euro. Oh my god, a euro. Su Yi couldn't help but burst into an exclamation. I actually won these 2, I made a fortune. At this moment, the excitement in his heart was difficult to express. Ninjutsu, hell thrust, known as the strongest spear attack, initially uses 4 fingers to attack. The fewer the number of fingers, the stronger the force. If one could practice to the point of using just 1 finger, the power would reach its peak. Bloodline limit, Sharingan, needless to say. Whether it's his attainments in illusion or the Susanoo, which is known as the embodiment of destruction, it's enough to make the world tremble. I didn't expect that I would win the Sharingan. I'm so lucky. Although Hell Thrust is better than the normal Sharingan. But Hell Stab itself is also a kind of ninjutsu, which can only simply improve Su Yi's combat effectiveness. The Sharingan is different. The Sharingan can provide him with powerful illusion abilities and insight, which can allow Su Yi to achieve a more comprehensive improvement. If it could evolve into the Manjakaya Sharingan, or even the Eternal Manjakaya Sharingan or the Rinnegan. He doesn't even know who else can be his opponent. However, Su Yi soon discovered a problem, although the system allowed him to draw the Sharingan. However, the system does not provide the right to purchase the Manjakaya Sharingan, the Eternal Manjakaya Sharingan, or even the Rinnegan. In other words, Su Yi only obtained an ordinary Sharingan. Whether he can improve it in the future and to what extent it can be improved depends on his own luck. Hiss, system, can you provide me with some Manjakaya? Sharingan later? I'm not greedy, just give me Uchiha Obito's Manjakaya. Sharingan, or you can just let me become the eternal Manjakaya. Sharingan. Dear, this system does not accept customized products Su Yi. Well, he was asking too much. Although the system does not provide the Manjakaya Sharingan, ordinary Sharingans also have the opportunity to open the Manjakaya Sharingan. Moreover, even if the upper limit may be limited, the Sharingan combined with the 8 gates can not only ensure the overall improvement of one's own attack and speed, but also better understand the opponent's weaknesses, thereby exerting better combat effectiveness. At worst, we can use the Sharingan as an auxiliary, and cooperate with the 8 gates to improve accuracy. At least this way I can kick the head if I want to, or the balls if I want to, without kicking the wrong side. Su Yi accepted it quickly. Gaining the Sharingan is an improvement in itself, how can you dislike it? Su Yi suppressed his excitement a little and thought of the 3 bottles of body enhancers he had drawn for the first time. System, use up all 3 bottles of body enhancers. Use body enhancer *3, physical development degree plus 30%. When the physical development reaches 160%, the 8 gates of Dunjia Fortha injury gate can be opened. Level successfully upgraded to first level 5 star. Improving the level of physical development can directly enhance Su Yi's strength. Now, even if he doesn't activate the 8 gates and lightning release, he should be able to easily kill a first level 3 star beast with a single punch. Now, he felt terribly strong. With excitement in his heart, Su Yi has already made plans to continue his journey to the corrupted star forest tomorrow to challenge higher level star beasts. The next day, Su Yi woke up early, had breakfast, and prepared to go out. As soon as I opened the door, I saw 2 people wearing windbreakers and masks, hunters. It's not a good sign to encounter a hunter so early in the morning. Are you Su Yi? Said the leading black cat masked hunter. I am, what can I do for you? Fortunately, this was not the first time Su Yi had dealt with hunters, so he was not panicked. The dean wants to see you for something, so he asks you to go over there, said the black cat hunter. The dean is looking for me. Su Yi was very surprised. Why did Mu Kanghai look for him? It seemed like he had the Euro trademark T done anything excessive. Come with us. The hunter came to inform Su Yi, not to discuss with him. There was no choice but Su Yi to follow. Along the way, many people saw the hunter appear in the civilian area, and they all talked about it. Why are the hunters here? What happened? Who was the person he took away? Did he break the rules? I don't know, but if the hunter comes to take it away personally, it must be no small matter. In the eyes of people in the civilian area, the hunter is an existence that cannot be provoked. Basically, the people taken away by the hunters were either committing crimes such as arson, murder, robbery, and looting. Soon, Su Yi followed the 2 hunters to the dean's office. Dean, the person has been brought here. Let him in. Mu Kanghai's voice came from the room. The hunter opened the door and let Su Yi go in alone. Mu Kanghai was the only one in the room, sitting on a leather chair and drinking tea leisurely. Dean, you are looking for me. Su Yi still knew Mu Kanghai. After all, he studied at Higurashi Academy for 3 years, but he didn't awaken any superpowers during the final awakening ceremony. How is it? You weren't hurt yesterday, were you? Mu Kanghai smiled kindly. No, thank you Dean for sending someone to help. Su Yi already knew that the hunter yesterday was sent by Mu Kanghai. No need to thank me, I know your father, this is just a small favor. Mu Kanghai touched his bald head. I called you here this time to ask you if you want to join the hunters of our academy. Ah. This question was too direct and too unexpected. Su Yi was totally unprepared. A hunter must be at least level 3 and 1 star, right? I'm far from reaching that threshold. How can he, a mere first level 5 star, become a hunter? Moreover, hunters have so many rules and often have to enforce their missions. He didn't really want to be a hunter, he just wanted to be a free man, walking among the flowers without getting a single leaf on him. How wonderful that would be. Of course you are not qualified to be a formal hunter. But you can start as a trainee hunter. I also know your strength. You can probably fight against a 3rd level mutant now. This is what I want. What makes you a hunter? Because you are a talented person. Mu Kanghai said. Su Yi. Dean, you think too highly of me. Although I also admire hunters, with my current strength, I am not yet able to shoulder the responsibility of a hunter. So, I'm sorry. He still refused. Are you going to join the hunter just because you are praised for no reason? He is not that stupid. Chapter 25. Dean, he didn't agree to join the hunters. Seeing Su Yi leave, the black cat hunter walked in and asked curiously. Mu Kanghai shook his head, we can only send invitations and give suggestions, but we can't force him to join the hunters. But it doesn't matter. Even if he doesn't join the hunters, as long as he is still a member of our Dusk City, it will be fine. The black cat nodded and retreated silently. After leaving Rimwo College, Su Yi didn't care too much, but turned and walked out of the city. His goal is clear, Red Star Forest. The Red Star Forest is much more advanced than the corrupted Star Forest. It is mostly filled with 2nd level star beasts, and there are also quite a few 3rd level star beasts. At the same time, the red star forest is more dangerous, with more concentrated rotten star elements in the air. Most psychics would not risk coming to the red star forest because it is too dangerous. But Su Yi insisted on coming. He obtained the Sharingan, and his physical development reached 160%, which allowed him to open the fourth gate of the 8 gates of ninjutsu, and he also obtained the Hell Thruster. Su Yi felt that he was terribly strong now. He is not afraid of the red star forest. As he entered the outskirts of the red star forest, Su Yi soon encountered his first target, a second level, 3-star purple crystal tiger. The purple crystal tiger also discovered this crunchy food, and its muscular limbs dug into the ground, before it suddenly sprinted forward and pounced on Su Yi. Sharingan. Su Yi concentrated his spiritual energy into his eyes, and his pitch-black pupils immediately turned into a pair of scarlet, eerie eyes, with 3 megatamas slowly rotating. Sharingan. This was obviously his first time opening the Sharingan. But Su Yi felt that these eyes were his innate weapon and they were extremely familiar to him. With the powerful insight of the Sharingan, the characteristics of the amethyst tiger's entire body were clearly visible. As a star beast covered with hard crystals all over its body, the amethyst tiger has amazing defensive power. But Su Yi could see at a glance that the weak point of its defense was the neck. Then, he raised 4 fingers, and the powerful force of lightning gathered between his fingers. Hell Thrust, 4-handed shot. With the powerful insight of the Sharingan, Su Yi took a step forward, and the lightning release gave him extremely fast speed. 4 fingers accurately pierced the weak point on the amethyst tiger's neck. Bang! Snap! The hard crystal chip of the amethyst tiger collapsed instantly. Su Yi hit it hard and pierced the amethyst tiger's neck on the spot. Kill with one blow. The effect was so powerful that even Su Yi himself was shocked. Is this the power of the Sharingan combined with Taijutsu? It feels so easy. He didn't even activate the 8 gates of ninjutsu before he killed a second level, 3-star star beast with one strike. Too strong. Swell. Su Yi felt like he was about to swell up. Come on, let more star beasts satisfy me. Others are acting cautiously. However, he swaggered around in the red star forest, actively looking for star beasts to kill. No matter it is level 2 1 star, level 2 2 stars, level 2 3 stars, or level 2 4 stars. They were all killed in one blow. Weak, too weak, all the star beasts here are too weak. Looking at the star beasts that fell along the way, Su Yi shook his head and sighed. He continued to go deeper into the forest. At this moment, a blood-red flower standing alone in the wind on a stone attracted his attention. Is this, scarlet flower? Scarlet flower, a rare medicinal material, can dissolve the rotten star in the human body to a certain extent, and can be used to treat people who have not suffered from rot disease. Even if infected with star rot, scarlet flowers can give the infected person a breath of fresh air. This is a life-saving medicine, extremely rare. I didn't expect there would be scarlet flowers here. Su Yi's eyes lit up and he walked over quickly. Even if he didn't need the scarlet flower now, he could keep it just in case. And if you sell the scarlet flowers, they can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Just as Su Yi walked over and was about to catch the scarlet flower. Call out. A sharp sound of breaking through the air came rapidly from behind, tearing the air. Su Yi dodged without thinking. A wind blade hit a tree next to him, leaving a deep scar. Su Yi frowned slightly and looked up at the direction of the attack. He saw a group of 10 people walking out of the dense forest, with an aggressive and extraordinary momentum. Most of these people were wearing combat windbreakers, but not masks, so they were probably not hunters. Moreover, their level is only around level 2, 3, or 4 stars, which is not even up to the threshold of hunters. Boy, this scarlet flower is mine, now you can go. The one who spoke was the only young man in casual clothes. He had an arrogant attitude, side bangs, and pale skin. He should be a man who rarely experienced the vicissitudes of life. I discovered this scarlet flower first, so it's not your turn yet. In front of all of them, Su Yi picked the scarlet flowers and put them into a small bag. This move made the young man very angry. Boy, do you know who I am? Who are you? Didn't your mother tell you? The young man was stunned for a moment before he realized that he was being scolded. Good boy, you are the first person who dares to speak to me like this. Come, tell him who I am. One of the young man's men immediately shouted, this is the eldest son of the president of Kanyang College in Kanyang City Euro Suyuhai. Kanyang City, Kanyang College, and the Diana Euro trademark S son. Su Yi summarized these 3 elements. Then what? This is not Kanyang City, and I am not from Kanyang City. Your identity is useless to me. His reaction was very calm, and he did not give Suyuhai any face at all. You are so calm after hearing my identity. You are brave, but this courage will hurt you. Suyuhai snorted coldly and waved his hand. Go ahead and teach him a lesson. As soon as these words came out, several men beside Suyuhai rushed out immediately. But at this moment, they only felt a gust of wind blowing. Su Yi disappeared from the spot and appeared in front of Suyuhai, pointing a finger at Suyuhai's forehead at close range. I am confident that I can blow his head off before you guys make a move. Do you have the confidence to bet? Quiet. Deathly quiet. A trace of horror emerged in everyone's heart. Because none of them saw how Su Yi appeared next to Suyuhai. I saw the scarlet flower first. I just took what belongs to me. If you insist on taking it, go ahead and try. Su Yi said coldly. Suyuhai was obviously frightened. So, he suddenly bowed respectfully to Su Yi, and it was a 90-degree bow. I am the one who offended you, please forgive me, big brother. Suyi, Euroi? Why is Suyuhai's reaction different from what he imagined? Shouldn't he have refused to surrender, looked arrogant, refused to change his bad habits, and even threatened to beat the younger one, and finally beat the older one? Why did you just admit defeat? Where is your villain face? Don't a Euro trademark T want it anymore? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you are notified of future uploads. You can find the next parts in the playlist visible on the screen or on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.